Oh, look at this.
Nah.
All right, let me remove
Facebook.
that. Rotten Facebook. It does not like me. There it is. Boom, save changes.
There we go.
Aha! I think I got it. Let's play an intro.
This one has been my favorite. You shouldn't go in here.
Welcome! I am not sophisticated enough to make a personalized video for each hangout yet, but you know what? That might be coming down the pipe. We'll see. So anyhow, how you all doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
I feel
Good.
weird.
Yes.
Hey, Ryan.
Glenn?
What you got there?
This is actually an American beverage.
It is
Voodoo Ranger.
Voodoo Ranger. Oh, I've had a couple of theirs. They're pretty good. I think.
Found at many fine gas stations across all the states.
Mhm. Only the finest in our gas stations. Let's see. Kylie says, "Hello, my friends. I missed you. How are you? Well, we're wonderful. How are
Kyler.
you?
Hey, Kyler.
Yeah. Olin says hello.
Olin.
Hi, Olin. Good to see you.
Hi.
Olin.
So oddly enough,
Wow.
this is flu season, and it is time for everyone to be sick. So I thought, for the occasion of this hangout, I would be sick. So I am. And if you hear me cough, well, then that's just part of the act. Welcome, my diseased friends.
Thank you.
Tonight, I have titled this hangout. I thought it was the flu, but now my eyes are bleeding. And I feel like that's appropriate. I love it. And I did. I don't have it as the background, but I did do it as I put a dad joke on the event. Sadly, the punchline was cropped off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Son of a
yeah.
Now we don't know
Awful.
the answer, so we can't laugh.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was what's the difference between bird flu and swine flu?
What?
One needs a tweetment. The other one requires an ointment.
Motherfucker.
So stupid. But anyhow, I know. Who can resist a good dad joke?
Yeah.
All right. I just got done being sick. I better not get sick again. Well,
I
hey,
hope not.
if we manage to make you sick with this hangout, you let me know, because that's worth
There
studying.
might be a lawsuit there.
Yeah. Worth studying. I don't know how you get sick on the internet, but maybe it's possible.
It could be a virus.
Very possible. Computer virus.
Exactly.
So,
But
That's a quality mic you got there, Clint.
oh, well, thank you. Why?
Just because,
Did
yeah,
it
you
pick
just
up?
because you just turned your head to the right a bit and coughed, and I couldn't hear it at all.
Really? That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
that's really impressive.
I'm glad to know.
Mine picks up stuff that's happening in the next room.
I don't know what the hell this means. Why are chickens so funny? Be caucuses?
Because? No, because?
Because.
Because?
Okay.
Because?
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
Come on, I got it.
Oh my God! Well, I'm glad
you
you're
back,
here,
Olin.
man. I'm glad you're here. All right. So I didn't put too fine a point on this, because I think it's pretty straightforward. We're looking for sick. I don't care if it's virus. I don't care if it's bacterial. I don't care if it's a skin rash. Anything that we might consider to be some type of disease. I'm okay if you get a little creative with it. In fact, I like creative.
Good.
And I will even accept it if you manage to think of a movie where one of the characters had a cold. I'll even accept that.
Awesome.
If you can think of something like that.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, yep. Jimmy, what's going
Hi,
on, man?
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy?
He is yep. Jimmy's a supporter of the Slasher 15 crew.
Yes. Yes.
As am I. See, Ryan, he's
Yes,
got
Ryan
your
got
back.
your back.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, wait. Sorry, I thought it was Olin that dropped the joke. Either way, whoever dropped the joke, fantastic.
Olin hasn't given us any jokes yet, but there's still time.
Olin's taking care of raccoons.
Aw, Nanners. How you doing,
Hi,
man?
Mr. Nanners.
Yep. Elvira's right hand. Gotta love it. All right. Incidentally, has everybody here seen Elvira on the Run?
I have not.
Short film that Mr. Nanners is in. If you're looking for it, if you get the Cineverse app, you can actually get it on there
Okay.
temporarily for free. So
It's going on my list.
good time. So I actually got a digital download when with the perk that I bought on that, and now I can't find it. So I was very glad that I found out I could get it on Cineverse. So just throwing it out there. Give it a shot. And they're currently fundraising for Elvira's Asylum of Horror. Is that what it's called? My brain's not working right now. I think that's right. So who wants to be sick first? I beat you to it, but go ahead. Give me a movie.
Give you a movie?
Yeah, why not?
All right. I have a lot on my list, and half of them are questionable for this.
All right.
You said it can be bacterial, like something that just can poke you and infect your blood, kind of?
Of course.
Awesome. I'm going with Splinter.
Splinter?
Yes.
I don't think I have seen this movie.
Oh my God.
What?
You have
You gotta
got
watch
to
it.
see this movie. This is right up your alley, too.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah. Basic premise is a couple are out. Awesome, Mr. Nanners. Are out camping and they get hijacked by another couple. As it turns out, there is this splintery creature roaming the woods, and if you get poked with it like a porcupine, it infects you, and it infects your blood, and eventually kills you and takes you over, and makes you into one of them. It's almost like a porcupine type thing. And they get stuck in a gas station, and the
I've seen
couple. Okay.
I have seen it.
Okay.
It's got Jill Wagner in it. We've talked about this movie before. Okay.
Yeah, many times. It's one of my favorite movies.
I don't know why I can't remember the name of it though.
Splinter. But it's an infection movie, right?
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, that was.
I can't. Given the movie I'm about to bring up, I can't Splinter.
You what?
I said, I changed my mic placement. Given the movie I'm about to bring up, I'd say we count Splinter.
Oh God, I'm afraid. But anyway, great infection movie, great effects, great camera work was great. I mean, it made you a little dizzy, but it was good. It got the point across, you know.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, see it.
And you always love it when a douchebag gets what's coming to him.
Yeah, but he wasn't totally a douchebag. We found
He's
out.
a douche. His dick.
Yes, it was very unique. That's why I like it. Yes. He wasn't a total douche. His heart was in the right place.
Total douche. And we also have to think about the gunman.
Gunman.
Yeah. Well, they got hijacked on the road.
Yes. Oh, you mean the guy with the guy with the gun?
Yeah, the guy with the gun, the gunman. You know, that guy.
I swear to God, I'm sober.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He's a great actor. Squirm. I've never seen that one.
Squirm is. I will have to look up Squirm.
I will too.
Yeah.
The gunman was great. He was in Sons of Anarchy. He was great.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was very believable as a complete dickhead.
Yes, he was.
And it was very nice to watch him get what was coming to him. So that's always satisfying in a movie when somebody is believably, one of the worst people that you've ever seen on screen, and then something horrible happens to them. It's a joyous occasion.
Yes, but you find out in the end he wasn't all bad.
Yeah, piss on him.
So. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Nick Clint is angry.
Take your medicine.
Abby!
Hi, Abby.
Hi.
How are you? I thought you were going to be later than this.
I did too, but I was supposed to go say hello to Tina next door at my mom's house when we got back from dinner, but I said, I gotta go. So I ditched out on her and I came to see you guys instead.
That's awesome. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, because who wants to do all that? But you can sit here and talk about movies about diseases.
We saw Elf. We saw the play Elf today. It was fun.
Play Elf.
Elf, yes, I enjoyed.
And I'm now looking up Squirm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that what Ryan picked?
No, we haven't gotten there yet.
The Squirm? That's the 70s flick with the...
That's the 70s flick with the worms.
With like the earthworm.
76. Okay.
That movie, I was not okay with.
Really?
When I was a kid. Well,
actually, it's a good. God. We talked about frogs last week. It's a good back to back with frogs.
There is a scene where the man and the woman are in bed.
Nicole's
God! You can stop there. You can stop there.
Yeah. So, and I just remember it affecting a very young me.
I'm just looking at the pictures right now, and I no.
Now
I think that classic.
But that is on my list.
Too, that
yeah. Well, and that like squishy. I don't know. It was gross.
Yeah, close-ups.
Actually, a lot of the movies on my list tonight are gross. I realize I don't really enjoy gross.
Jimmy mentioned it in passing.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah, it was on my list for fun. I didn't know if it counted. But I figured
it's kind of like a parasite infection.
If
after 9.
Yeah, if it doesn't count, we'll wait till after 9.
We'll wait till after 9. I got a few. I actually have an after 9 list. So.
Oh, I think. Well, I have one on the after 9 list, but
I don't think I know that one either.
Which one?
Sick.
Oh, that was
gonna be if I see another picture like that.
Sick was the movie that just came out last year, a horror movie, wasn't it? With it was during the pandemic, and this girl and her best friend go to this house to have like a sick vacation, and then a killer comes and kills people.
Yes. Was not terrible.
I liked it a lot, actually.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it now. Okay, I thought that was Mark Hamill. All right.
Skylar says, "Hey, Abby."
I thought that was Paul Walker.
I was going to sit in my chair, but George was sleeping in it. Oh, now he just got up because I think I scared him. So, okay. Splinter.
Yeah.
That's a neat movie. It
is.
Yeah.
It's probably the least gross one of this.
Of the bacterial infection creature type movie.
I'm not exactly sure what the creature was.
We don't know.
Alien,
we never know.
Biochemical, I don't know.
It was a splinter.
A splinter.
Yeah.
That's how it infectorated you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I have 2 on my list for after.
Infectorated.
Infectorated them.
Is that a new word?
No, that exists. Check it out. Check it out. Look it up. I'm sober too. Maybe
100% medically accurate.
Thank you, sir. There's my medical bias right there.
Ryan.
Oh, that's right. I'm up. Okay. Is that any better? I
Every
adjusted
time
the mic a
you
bit.
freeze, you look just dumbfounded. Like, I'm sorry. It just happens to be the way your face is every time your camera freezes. I love your face.
He's like looking at us like that.
You just have a
lot of eye gouging, Ryan.
Sorry. So is the audio at least better?
Oh yeah, you sound great.
Oh, yep, you sound great.
You're great.
Okay. So my first pick, I got all excited when I saw Rubber Dinosaurs. And then I remember we've already done a rubber dinosaur
Son of a
hangout.
bitch.
But I realized I could fucking get them into this. So my first movie is Carnosaur. And if any of y'all loved me, you'd know why that this counts.
Yeah, we know.
You, but
Anyway, so the reason this counts,
The dinosaur sneezed once.
yes, there are rubber dinosaurs, but
there's also bacteria.
the main, what's the word I'm looking for? The villains, the reason they're doing shit.
They're
Anyway,
The catalyst.
the reason that Diane Lane is doing shit is because she's created a virus that infects women to give birth to dinosaurs.
wow.
And
I
need to
it's
see this movie.
wiping out. It's starting to infect the local community. Women are giving birth to dinosaur eggs and dying in the process. And
Strange.
they even get like
Oh,
viral
sounds so
serum
unusual.
antiviral serum. It goes right into it, like full on like B movie sci-fi territory. Like the whole town gets infected with this virus.
I like it.
And that's the big
Infectorated?
plan, is that eventually
Vectorated.
the whole town gets infected with this virus.
Exactly.
And her end game is to wipe out humanity with this virus so that the dinosaurs can take over again. And
Son
that
of a
is the
bitch.
plot of Carnosaur.
I'm
I
in.
agree.
I'm
Y'all
in, and
just
it
thought it was
fits.
about dinosaurs.
You all just thought it was about dinosaurs, but no.
Huh.
Now, Carnosaur is a good movie. It is.
It
It's
was
a great
based off
B
of a
movie.
book.
I have nothing against it. I just like teasing you.
Is the book better?
Oh, my
I'd
dog.
be
was
willing to
sweating.
bet that it is. The book is always better.
The book is always better. Funny.
I will have to go back and watch Carnosaur again.
Yes. Watch along.
Yeah, I need to watch
Damn
Carnosaur.
right.
I feel like, all right. And
But
then
yeah,
I will
that's
give you
it. I
my.
got my rubber dinosaurs in.
You
That's
got your
fine.
rubber dinosaurs in.
He's like, you could.
I love your rubber dinosaurs.
Carnosaur is always overshadowed by Carnosaur 2, in my opinion, because you got, Miguel Nunez Jr.
Well, it's because
in there.
Carnosaur 2 is the better movie.
Ryan will tell you most times the sequel's the better movie.
Better than Jurassic Park, right?
Yeah, but this, I would.
Better than Aliens.
Okay, Jurassic Park is a better movie. Aliens is
Wow.
arguably a more competent movie. But I would rather watch Carnosaur 2 any day of the week.
Yeah, because it's a fun movie.
Fair enough.
Anyway, this
All
is
right.
a virus hangout. We're not going to get into Carnosaurs.
My
what do you
first pick of the day is going to be the movie The Bay, which came out in 2012.
Oh.
Takes place in Maryland, right around the corner there. Anyone
Right
see
We
it?
talked about this one before.
Right
It
around
came
the
up in
corner.
something. It's
I remember,
gross.
yeah. Came up in another hangout.
But yeah, there's some
gonna-
parasite that takes over the fish and infects all the people, and all the fish are dying, and people are getting these weird rashes and dying, and nobody's still seen it, right? It's good.
Nope.
No.
No, I think I did.
I was going to bring it
I
up,
did.
but I wanted to get my Carnosaur. I got greedy. Why didn't I start with the Bay? Like, who the fuck else was going to pick Carnosaur? Like,
Yeah,
nobody
right.
else
Nobody.
picked the
Seriously.
Bay.
That's
But
all.
Jimmy's with you on that.
Fuck.
He
Anyway,
loves
but-
the Carnosaur movies.
Is this a found footage movie or no?
The Bay is a
Yes.
found footage
Uh,
movie.
Okay, I have seen it. Yeah.
It's
It was good.
It
It
actually was a very good movie. I don't normally like movies of this sort, but this is one I come back to and watch again because it's well shot, it's well acted. You genuinely feel the fear of these people who, take their boat to go see their parents across the way, and then the town is just deserted and they have no idea what's going on. And, the girl is like home alone and calls her friends in the hospital, and she's seeing the video and everybody's in the hospital, and she's alone with the rash. I don't know. It freaked me out. It's a good movie. I recommend it. If you like gross.
If you like.
Anything with like oozy rashes
Infectorated.
and stuff. Yeah. Infectorated people. You know,
It's
like
a
I
very
don't really
pussy
normally.
movie. There's a lot of pus.
There's a lot of
Ugh.
oozing, yeah, and I'm not a fan
Ooh.
of movies that ooze a lot, but this one
Ah.
was a good movie.
If you're a subtitles person, the word squelching comes up more than once.
Oh yeah,
Yes, I've noticed that with because I watch everything with closed captions.
It's
I
just
yes, me too.
squelching.
huffing.
I'm like, what is squelching? I saw it in
Oh,
first time
I feel
Fucking
that
hate
word.
that word.
That's like a visceral word for me. You can actually.
You can
squelch
actually,
it.
yeah,
So-
feel
Ugh.
it.
Yep. Like
Sorry
that.
to go off on a quick tangent here. Jen, it's just because last night Jen and I were just talking about this word. I have a huge issue with the word squelching. The sound, I don't mind at all.
Right.
But when I read
Right.
Unless
the word
someone
squelching, I
Yeah. You
I
skeeve.
audibly cringe.
Yeah, you skeeve.
Ew.
It's just there's something.
Who did that?
Wow,
no-
it's
nobody?
Is that you,
squelchingly
Clint?
voice.
Maybe.
That's funny.
He's huffing the Vicks and now he's just putting random
Yeah,
stuff
that's
up.
right.
Oh, that was Clint that said that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, not only can I put up banners, I can just
Oh.
put up random things.
Infectorated.
Oh.
You spelled it right too.
How about that?
Good job.
So
Oh
that's
my god,
offensive.
I'm biting my tongue.
That's not a T-shirt. Is that what you're trying to say?
That is a T-shirt.
No one will wear that T-shirt, but it's a T-shirt.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what hangout we did because a lot of the movies that I have on my list tonight have come up in past. So I'm wondering what we did, whether it was like
Mhm.
more
Did
unusual
we do
forms of
one of these
zombieism,
before?
maybe.
I think the Bay came up in
Nicole's shaking her head.
the found footage. What?
Oh, okay. Oh,
That's
when
just
I
top of
asked if
mind.
we have done
Yeah.
these before, and then you went, aha. So I'm like, oh shit, did we actually do a sickness hangout before?
Oh
We
no,
didn't
no,
do
I
a
just
sickness, but
something came
there
into
are-
my brain and I just got excited.
Yeah, the
Oh,
found
okay.
footage that makes sense, and I think we did a zombie one, which makes sense for some of my other
Yeah.
ones because I try to get out of just the. I don't know. What are you doing, Ryan? What are you doing, Ryan? Sorry,
Nothing. This is a good Christian.
it's a good
Podcast.
Christian podcast right here.
Well,
We're not doing
the
anything.
chat is blowing up.
Is it?
The chat has movies in it.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
probably all movies on my list.
And
Probably.
on my list as well. I can tell you at least three of them are on my list.
Okay.
So
All right, we'll come
skip
to
it
them
for
in
now.
a minute if anyone
I
gets
just-
a little.
I don't want to taint this. So I'm going to throw one in here.
Okay.
Since I don't have anything really to add to the Bay. I'm going to add a movie that you could say is a disease or a sickness, but it's a gray area. We could also refer to this as chemical warfare.
I still
Mhm.
think that counts.
I think so too.
Does it make people sick?
think I
It
know what
Does
you're
it make them act a
does.
certain way?
Yes.
Sometimes
Mhm.
horrific. I think
Aha.
it counts. So a lot of mine have that same thought process.
Yeah. I watched this just yesterday.
Oh,
Mhm.
Secret Santa.
I love that movie, and it's already on my list.
Still
and now
haven't
we
seen
gotta
it.
Take it up.
Oh,
Ryan.
we must change that.
It's on the.
Um,
I don't get Screenbox or whatever it is in Canada.
No, it's on. What am I watching on?
on
I watch it
Shudder.
like once a week.
It's
I
not a
think it's on
streaming
Shudder.
service?
Or is it Screenbox? It's not on Shudder.
It's on. I want to say Tubi. I do.
Oh, I had to buy
Hang
it.
on. Hang on.
Okay, I'm gonna look. I'm just.
No, I watch
I'm
it
pulling
for
up the
free.
Just Watch app.
Jimmy's
50
Jimmy's gonna-
notifications. Jesus.
Jimmy's gonna censor himself now. No, it's fine.
It's
You never
on
know.
Prime.
You might throw something in
love it,
there we
man.
haven't thought of.
YouTube. It says YouTube. Oh, is this
Is
the
it
right
not
one?
on
Yeah,
our connected server?
it might be. Oh, it's on Prime. I mean,
Really? Hmm.
It's available to rent or buy on Prime for $3.99, but
Yeah.
I
Oh, mine
believe it
doesn't
might
say
be
that.
on our connected server.
Oh.
Oh, I can get it
If-
on Prime if I subscribe to Super Channel.
Why would you want
Oh,
to?
wait, nope, never mind. It's that Secret Santa I wound up watching last year. Remember, I thought I had it, and then I wound up watching that Hallmark Christmas movie.
You did. I remember
It's that one.
Yeah. You're like,
My
why
God,
does
it was
everybody
George.
like this?
It's the Hallmark Christmas movie.
Oh,
that.
you
Why
know
does
what?
everybody enjoy this halfway through
I'm not
the
paying
movie?
$7.99. I'm not paying $7.99 to do this again. It wasn't
No.
terrible.
You know
I
what?
don't get me wrong, but no.
You have Hulu?
It is on the Snake Mountain Paul flicks.
Yeah,
It
I thought
is.
so.
Ryan, watch it.
Oh, it
Like,
is. Okay, well, I'll give it a
Now.
watch.
You
Yeah,
will
yeah.
love it.
Ryan, watch it. Might be one to think about for December.
Oh.
Anyway,
Yeah, there's several references to other movies within this movie. It's a fun time. You'll catch them for sure. There's even a major reference to The Thing.
Major. Yes.
Major.
That was great. Everything about
I don't know if you heard
Thing
from
was great.
Adam's group, but
It's,
The Thing is not a very good movie. I was like,
Oh.
sometimes
Wow.
there's one particular person in this horror group that likes to make outlandish statements as fact, and to me that's just bait, so I don't. But it's always, I don't even have to look, I don't even know the person, I always have to. Yeah, Secret Santa was awesome. Love that movie. I just watched it again about a week ago, I guess right before you did, Clint,
Probably.
because I think that was
Yeah. I
for the
watched
same
it
day.
just yesterday, and it was
Oh,
awesome
then
to
I watched
see.
that last week.
It was awesome to see people like get those yellow bubbly blisters on their face and then puke their guts straight out of their bodies. That was awesome.
Yep. Is it hot in here? Is it hot in here?
Why is it so hot here? So
These are references I don't get.
You
oh,
will.
you will. You will. All right. Wow, we've gone full circle. Nicole, I'm back at you.
All right. I'm going to put out the one that I thought you were going to say when you started
Okay.
talking about chemical blisters.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go with Planet Terror.
Oh, actually, that's great. That's
Oh.
not on my list, weirdly. I love that movie. I don't know why, but I do. But I do.
I don't know why either.
That's a great movie. Lady gets a submachine gun on her leg.
It is a very weird one.
Yeah.
And you cannot go wrong with Josh Brolin and Michael Biehn and Bruce Willis and Quentin Tarantino, and the cast is just incredible. And that was Marley Shelton, right?
Marley Shelton, yeah.
Um,
She's the doctor lady.
and Fergie. And it's just great. It's just so fantastic. You see these soldiers with their masks on, and then when they take them off, they just start to bye, Jimmy.
See you, Jimmy.
And they just
Hi, Jimmy.
slowly start to, the blisters start to come out, and the pussing and the squelching, and it's just such a great movie. It really is. Squelchingly moist.
Yep.
It is.
Quentin Tarantino
Oh, God.
has a serious case of the melting scrotal sac.
Oh God, I forgot about that until you just said it. Yes, we get to see Tarantino's balls melt off.
Which, you know.
It looks like a
Alright,
cheese
sure.
Jerry
pull.
O'Connell's
Like, you ever go to those
penis taken
fancy
off by a
restaurants where, like, they
piranha.
bring out
Yes.
the wheel and they
Yes,
just
and melt it.
slide it down?
Yep,
That's
Yep.
exactly what it looks
that's
like.
exactly what it looks like. That's probably what they used.
So gross.
But yeah, the effects were great. I love the
That would make it
cinematography.
tasty, but I still don't want it anywhere near my mouth.
Nope.
Oh God,
Nope. You know, he was rubbing it on feet before
I
that
knew this
too.
was gonna happen like 100
Oh!
times during this.
Sorry, I said that out
Oh
loud.
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know it
So-
smelled like feet.
Yeah, it totally
Yeah.
smelled like feet.
wet basement.
So, Planet Terror, like the grind. Did you guys catch Grindhouse when it
In
was
the theater.
Grindhouse? Like, did you go to the
Yep.
theater to catch it?
I went to the theater and sat there for 5 hours.
The
Wow.
fact
Double
that that
feature
didn't
with,
catch on is one of the biggest disappointments of
Right?
my movie-going life.
But
was
it
such an
kinda did.
experience.
Because the fake commercials in it turned into actual movies
That's
because
true.
the fans
They
wanted
did,
it so
yes,
bad.
because we got
Machete,
Machete, we got
the
The whole Machete
Thanksgiving.
universe. Yeah. It was
And
great.
now, and now
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
we got Hobo with a Shotgun. The only one we haven't gotten is Werewolf Women of the SS.
Yeah.
And they were just talking about that when the last one came
Huh.
out, that he was working on.
Thanksgiving.
Well, right, but somebody brought
But-
that up to him, and I'm trying to remember what his answer was. But I have a feeling it will happen in the
No,
future.
it's Rob
Oh,
Zombie.
I think it will. I think it will.
But just 3 hours, 2 movies back to back.
Yeah.
Like I own both movies set. Like when they it tanked so bad that they
Release them
excuse me, when
separately.
they released it on DVD, they released both movies separately.
Yeah.
I do own a Blu-ray copy that is the Grindhouse experience. So you get the Planet Terror, you get all the fake trailers, you get the back to back. It's all one long stint, and
That's how I first saw it.
I just-
but not
Right.
in the theater.
That and Death
Yeah,
Proof together were
we-
just fantastic.
it was such a amazing.
And you could
love
see the
Death Proof.
difference in
nostalgic
the
and sad.
movies. Yeah. You could see the difference, like which one Tarantino did and which one
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez did. You know,
Yeah.
they're two completely different styles, but they were both phenomenal.
I didn't even think of Planet Terror. That's such a good example.
Yeah, right.
I put in my mind blistering, and it just that scene
Blister.
of Tarantino with the taking the mask off.
You know, when you
And
bring him goes to
everything, him
blistering.
and Bruce Willis just melting.
Blistering equals sick.
Hmm. It was an infection. It was
It's
a chemical
fact.
infection.
No, absolutely, 100%. Oh, fuck! Now I want to watch Planet Terror. Such a
Yeah, I
good movie.
think that's going to be tonight's movie.
Sounds
They
like a
usually
good
end
one.
with something we talked about.
Shit,
I
it's
think
my
we're
turn.
up to you, Ryan. Yeah.
Yep, right.
I think it is.
Well, my second choice was taken.
Hmm.
Shout out to my buddy Mike. I'm going to go with Resident Evil.
Okay.
There you go. Cool.
That's
Mhm.
It
totally
is
fair.
it's a virus. It's
It's
literally
a virus,
I
100%.
think they say that right there. It's got the little vial that's spinny,
Mm-hmm.
and it crashes and releases the T virus onto the unsuspecting employees of the Umbrella Corporation. We get
Sorry
zombies,
about your luck.
we get lickers, we get Cerberus
You
dogs.
know, that's such a weird name. Got liquors. Liquor, I don't even know.
The lickers. That's because they got a big old tongue. They do.
I know
They
what
never
they
lick
are,
with
I
it. They do a
just-
lot of other things with it, but they do not
Blech.
lick.
They do
Yeah.
not like-
They
But
do a
yeah,
lot of
no,
impaling.
I mean, the whole franchise. Yeah, they should be called impalers. But
Yeah.
then it doesn't really fit with the theme of the tongue.
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, the whole franchise is just a blast. Even the bad ones are still worth a watch. Sorry, what, Clint?
No, I was just gonna say, to give them the name lickers implies that they're gonna just lick you like a dog.
Yeah, I know. That's what it is.
You get too close to them, you end up getting licked in the face.
Like a dog.
That's right.
Like a dog.
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog? My friend got that tattooed on her arm.
Thank you for the
Can I pet that
clarification on
dog?
that.
You're welcome.
That is a great pick.
On
Not a
the
fan,
pet that
but-
dog.
Hmm?
Go ahead, Ryan. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just absorbing that you don't absolutely love Resident Evil.
I do.
Even the
I enjoy
the
Resident
most
Evil.
recent reboot of it.
I thought that one was
I
great.
didn't see that one.
That one was great.
I only saw them when we did a hangout
reboot?
on it.
Yeah.
Welcome to
didn't see the
Raccoon
reboot.
City. Oh,
That
I'm
one-
losing everybody. Oh,
that
you're
one
back.
felt like the
Oh yeah, we did a whole hangout on the Resident Evil franchise. Jeez,
Yeah.
you're right. We have done most of these movies before.
yeah. Yeah. Welcome to Raccoon City. Felt
That one
like
was the games. That everybody was
Yeah.
pitching for years at the games.
That was the opening sequence to Resident Evil 2. I mean, that was so well done. Like as a lover of the game, I was like, holy shit, this is great. Because it was so true to the subject matter. But anyhow.
But I mean,
I
also
digress.
Mila Jovovich in skin tight outfits running around for an hour and a half. That's if it's not like the game,
Doesn't
I'll
suck.
That's what got me through 4 of them.
still
Yeah, exactly.
I won't get upset or anything.
That's That's the only reason I went as far as I did with those movies.
Yeah,
Same.
yeah,
Was because of her.
yeah. Yeah, I did not mind what they did with the first movie, and I was good for a few after that to continue watching these things, even when they were doing blatant homages of Day of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Rip that shit right off.
Yeah, I
the
sure
Dead.
did.
Then they got into like blatant homages to Mad Max, and you're just like, what is Mad Max doing in my Resident Evil movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part 3. I'm basically getting at part 3 and then onward.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Well,
Mm.
all right. I'm already grasping at straws. We're doing great, guys.
I
Oh
got a whole
my.
list going. We're good.
This
I
can't
got-
be.
We're good.
Can't be.
I
You'll
got
think of
plenty.
stuff.
Well, my
You'll
problem
just
is I've
list off
got
it.
movies, but they're not horror movies.
I don't care about that
It didn't say anything that it had to be horror.
Yeah.
because
I have one on here that's not horror.
Oh, then I
generally
got a couple.
speaking,
Okay.
yeah, generally speaking,
It's a
the
horror
idea
podcast.
of
Virus is horror.
viral infections, and the things therein that happen to you, those are pretty horrific things, whether it's a horror movie or not.
Mm-hmm.
Fact.
Yeah. And I just thought I wanted to add to my list.
Nice.
Go ahead, Abby.
All right. So this one I had never seen before.
I'll stop
This
talking
was
about
a-
Resident Evil so we can move on.
This was a first time watch for me, even though it's Cronenberg, and I thought that I had seen most of his. But I watched a movie called Shivers. Has anybody seen this?
I have not.
Shivers, yeah. So it's
No,
on.
I thought the poster looked dumb.
It's a lot rapier than even than
Damn
I
it.
intended
Wait a
going
minute,
in.
there-
So
There are two. There's 75 and 81.
75.
75, got it.
It's the Cronenberg one, and
Okay.
basically, it's. I'll read it. The residents of a suburban high-rise apartment building are infected by a strain of parasites that turn them into mindless, sex-crazed fiends, out to
Oh.
infect others by the slightest sexual contact.
Wow.
And Lynn Lowry's in it.
Lynn Lowry is, in 1975, one of the most beautiful women to ever walk the face of the earth. She's just
She's
beautiful.
stunning.
She
She's
plays
lovely.
Nurse Forsyth. And you know who else is in it? Barbara Steele.
Mm-hmm.
So the two of them in a movie together.
Hmm.
It's pretty cool. She's still alive, Barbara? Yeah, she is. God bless.
Wow.
Yeah, Lynn Lowry's stunning.
She is
She's still-
beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
I walked up to her and I was like, hey, I was in a movie with you once. She's like, you were? I mean, granted, I was an extra in a movie once, and she wasn't on set when I filmed, but whatever. I went with it.
There you go. Why wouldn't you?
Technically, we're in a movie together.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Shivers. It was. I don't know. I don't know how I felt about it. I think it was weird and uncomfortable, and it's Cronenberg, so there's a lot of like gross. But
He's your body horror guy.
he's the body horror guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So The Fly
Oh yeah.
is my quickest thought there. I know he did Dead Ringers and what the hell is the other one? Rabid, maybe? Did he do Rabid?
Yes.
The original?
He did do Rabid, and he
Yeah.
did Scanners.
Love Scanners.
Scanners, that's right.
Yeah.
So anyway, Shivers, that's mine. I tried to go a little outside the box. Shivers.
Awesome.
Shiver me timbers.
Awesome.
Right.
Which means
Patient Zero. What's yours?
Yeah, Patient Zero. That's
Yeah,
me.
Patient Zero.
Oh, that's an interesting thought, Olin. I actually had that thought earlier today.
What thought?
Mm.
Cujo. Yes. Oh, good one.
Robbies.
I didn't even
Well, yeah,
go
we
in
just
the
brought
in
up
the way of
rabbit, which makes sense.
animals.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and you could do that several ways. There are more than one movie that starts with an animal
I have a couple of them on my list.
creating an
That
outbreak.
is true.
That's on my list. Sorry.
This this is actually the one that I just added to my list. I wouldn't say that this caused an outbreak or infected a lot of people. I would dare say it only infected one person. And anybody remember an actor named Dirk Benedict?
I do. Are you talking about?
Yes.
Are you talking about that movie? I just
Yeah,
scared my heart.
absolutely.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Now, is that an outbreak? How did he
Huh?
start with that? I'm trying to remember
He
how
turned
it
into
started.
a snake, didn't he?
Yeah.
Right, but was he
He
like
got bit by.
mutated, or did he get bitten,
I don't. Gosh.
or did like a scientist put him together with a snake?
Have you ever seen
can't remember.
Tusk?
Yes.
I love Tusk. Tusk is one of the
Because
funniest movies ever made.
Is
It is
Tusk,
good.
but
It's
with a
Tusk,
snake
but
instead of a
But
walrus.
with
Oh my god, I love
It's
that.
a it's a
I was
scientist.
thinking
A
of
scientist is
Lazarus
working
into a
on.
scientist who was working on a serum.
Uh-huh.
So it's a serum. So that
Yeah.
counts.
that counts.
Yeah. Yep. He infects one person.
But it's such a great for the time. The effects were so amazing.
And
The
Face
special
Man.
effects and the makeup were so good for that.
He
Yeah.
was. He was the
Face.
It Man.
I love this movie.
That's right.
And yes,
I
the
only
the ending
recently
is
found-
just like Tusk too. Just that ominous, dark. Love it.
Tusk.
Fun fact. I don't. Oh God, I hate saying that. Is excuse me. Anyway, bringing it back to Chucky Band. Infected, squelchy boy. You got to add a s in there.
Yeah, moist.
Moist.
Chucky
Oh.
Band. The
I will.
Curse of the Puppet Master. Curse of the Puppet Master is a literal rip-off of the movie. They just replaced a snake with a puppet.
Nice.
It's
Oh,
literally
man.
the
That's-
same movie.
Perfect.
Wow.
Oh man.
So if you're a big fan
Amazing.
of, I really recommend checking out Curse of the Puppet Master just to see how blatantly obvious the homage is.
Oh, so sorry.
I love it. I love this movie. It's classic 70s schlock. I love it.
We went from to Curse of the Puppet Master. That is.
They're the
Wow.
same movie. They're the same
Same.
movie.
I'll take your word for it. I never
Reminds me
saw
of staying
Curse
up
of the
late to
Puppet
watch.
Master.
I mean, you might want to work yourself up to that one. It's not great.
Says the guy that watched all of them. I'm impressed.
No,
Just
can't
saying
do
it.
it. Can't do it.
Several times.
On purpose.
Terrifying.
All right.
Great,
Well,
great choice, Clint. Great choice.
oh, well, thank you very
Great
much.
movie.
I guess we shall move on to you.
That's a good one. Yep.
Okay. I'm going to go with the outbreak of all outbreak movies. One that took out the entire world population. And I'm talking about the original, not that piece of shit remake. The Stand.
Oh,
Which one? The Stand.
Stand.
Wow, that's a good one.
wow.
Even though it's a mini series, it's not a movie, but that's okay.
Literally
on
the
one
next one on my
DVD.
list. Jeez.
Was it?
That's a good one.
I watched the remake again for the second time last week, and
I only
just
did
to
it the one time. I
see
couldn't
if
do it
it
again.
was, as
Not
bad as
worth
I
it?
remember. And it is as bad as I remember.
Ha!
But the original, is just what was his name? Jamie something, who played
Jamie
Oh,
Kennedy.
Man.
that played
who played the Dark Man. Jamie
Christ,
la, 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 la,
I can
la.
picture his
Sheridan.
fucking face. Jamie
Jamie
Sheridan.
Sheridan did so good at playing.
I'm
the
the
devil.
walking dude.
It was just
Randall
and
Flagg, the
the
man.
entire cast, just
Oh.
Molly Ringwald, Gary Sinise, your doppelganger, Clint, Laura San Giacomo,
Oh, and what's
um,
his face? Corey Nemec.
Miguel Ferrer. It's just such a great movie. If you can sit
Miguel
through
Ferrer.
7 hours, You know, it's
Had my favorite
it's a great
Martian in
movie.
it.
Yes, Ray
Yes.
Walston was in it. And it's terrifying. It is. It is a terrifying movie because it
I ju-
is somewhat
I just
realistic.
reread the book
Like,
for the first time in 30 years.
like this is something
I'm
that
sorry.
could actually
My
happen.
favorite Mark.
Yeah, Ray Walston was in it.
Ray Walston was in the miniseries. My Favorite Martian was a TV show in the 50s.
Wasn't it a movie with Christopher Lloyd?
That was a
Yes.
remake of the TV show from the 50s.
Holy
With,
shit! I did not know that.
What's his face
Yep.
that played Bruce Banner, David Banner. What's his name in it? My
Eric
Favorite Martian,
Bana?
the TV show? No, the actual Incredible Hulk TV show. Wow, my brain is, I'm going to have to look everything up because my brain is just shutting down today. The hell's his name? You're all going to kick yourself.
Bill Bixby.
So I've never
Yeah, well,
seen the
who-
remake.
Bill Bixby, yes. Oh, you never saw.
So Nicole, you
Bill
said you've watched it a couple times, the remake of The Stand.
Yes,
Sorry,
the
not My
remake.
Favorite Martian.
Yes, The Stand. I watched the remake again last week.
I only saw it
So
once.
what is it that's like? I love the original Stand.
Me too.
What is it that's so bad about
They
the
changed
remake?
everything.
Mainly,
Whoa.
there you go. That's
And
the
it's
original
Bill
TV
Bixby.
show, right?
Bill Bixby and Ray Walston. And he had the
Fuck is
cutest
this?
little ending eye.
Bill Bixby.
Hmm. He was the original TV Incredible Hulk.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't even tell you because I went into the Stand thinking I'm going to love it because I love the story, but I don't know. I mean, Fiona Dourif couldn't even save it, and I love her. She played Ratman. Who played Trash Can Man? I don't know. It just it was very different, and I think they also changed the ending, if I remember correctly.
I do remember that Stephen King actually wrote the ending for the remake. He wasn't big surprise. Stephen King didn't write a fucking ending to save his life, but he wrote the ending to the remake because he wasn't happy with his ending to the book.
Really?
I
Wow.
take it I've just blown your mind, Nicole.
Nothing you says.
No, I'm
say anymore
serious.
blows my mind. Yeah.
You're not wrong.
I'm just waiting for my jaw to drop with every
he wrote-
conversation I have with you.
He wrote the ending to the remake of the. I
know.
knew that about the show.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. And it's
But he can't. Stephen King can't write an ending.
it
You're
was
right.
so
He
bad.
can't.
Like
No, the
9 times out of 10, his ending is, and then they all walked in separate directions.
yeah.
That's it. I'm not saying anything else. That's the end. That's literally the end.
I did not. Yes, it was. He did not write a good ending to this one. Now, what I didn't like about the remake was the majority of it was casting. I thought the casting sucked. Like James Marsden was a good Stu. What's her name was a good Franny. I did love Harold Lauder in this one. I did love that actor as him. I can't remember names. I'm sorry. But Whoopi Goldberg as Mother Abigail, I did not buy it. What's his name? Skarsgård as the Dark Man, I did not buy it.
But wasn't, yeah, he wasn't Randall Flagg.
Just the whole cast was just, it was so bad.
Owen
I can't remember. Tom.
Potter, that's right. He was pretty good.
Tom Moon, that character.
Tom Cullen was
Tom Cullen, yeah. I was not a fan of. I'm a fan of the actor who played him. I'm not a fan of him in this role. It was just between the cast and the ending. It was just very hard to get through. And the fact that they would put. Oh my God! I wish I could remember names anymore. I can't.
I mean,
oh my
Greg
God.
Kinnear
Age
was pretty
sucks.
good. He played Glenn.
I apologize, guys. To you guys and to anyone
okay.
watching that my brain just does not
Who are
work
you
the way
trying
it
to
used
figure out?
No, it's watching.
The horrible one that can't act, and I can't understand why she's famous.
Oh.
in the
Well,
original.
first of all,
the pooper.
Amber Heard. Was
Amber
in
Heard.
the remake.
Amber Heard.
Oh, Amber Heard.
Amber
But
Heard.
Yeah,
that's not
played
who I
Nadine
mean.
Ross.
There's somebody.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I don't care.
The hormone who can't act. I just really...
Oh, give me a second. Give me a second. I can't stand her. She was in The Flowers in the Attic, and I loved that book, and I loved what they did with the movies that they released. But I don't know Heather Graham.
Oh,
She
Cannot
was
act
in
to
that,
save her
wasn't
life.
she?
She's
I don't care for
awful.
her.
Yeah, that's right.
She's so awful. But I
J.K.
did
Simmons
like
is in it, and he's wonderful in everything he
he's
does.
wonderful
but
in
he's not in
everything.
it enough to make that.
The one who played Larry Underwood.
Oh, that beautiful
Jovan
chocolate man,
Adepo. Yes, he was great, but for the most part, the original blows the remake out of the water completely.
What did y'all think of Matthew McConaughey as Randall Flagg in The Dark Tower? Because
I don't
kinda
even talk
dug it.
about that
I
movie.
did not see it.
I went in with an open mind.
As
I'm
somebody-
a lover,
Yeah,
of
as
that
somebody who
story.
didn't read the books, I actually liked the movie.
and I can understand
But apparently,
that.
if you've read the books, the movie's like sacrilege.
Yeah, it's hard because I still was going to give it an open mind, but it's like how you feel about the 2019 Black Christmas. They took a
Same way I feel about the 2006 Black Christmas.
sixth Black Christmas. Yeah, no, that's a terrible, terrible, terrible movie. But I'm hoping again, if I come back after I haven't read the books in many years, so maybe. But those were beloved characters that I feel like they shat upon. I thought Matthew McConaughey's really good in it, but again, he's playing Randall Flagg. It's just under a different name. It's the same character that takes place in The Stand.
shut upon.
Shut upon. Fucking dude.
Yeah.
Fucking
It appears
Come
that
up
the,
next.
appears that there was a Skarsgård in
Sorry.
this movie, or this.
Yeah.
Alexander of the Skarsgårds.
And I do like Alexander Skarsgård. I just did
Just
not
not
buy
in the
him
role. Yeah.
in the movie. Even though the devil is supposed to look angelic, and he was just too nice looking. I mean, like he looked like a nice guy. Like he did not look like he could be evil at all. Not a fan.
He's no Gabriel Byrne, is what you're saying.
Exactly. He could not.
Correct.
And Whoopi Goldberg as Mother Abigail was just the dumbest fucking decision.
That was dumb.
Ruby Dee was great. You believed her to be 104 years old, and
Yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg was not.
Mayhap it is, mayhap
I
it
haven't
ain't.
even seen it, and when I heard Whoopi Goldberg as Mother Abigail, I was like, I don't know if that's gonna work.
I did not buy it at all. It was dumb. It was so dumb. And I gotta say, Odessa Young is probably one of the most beautiful women on the planet.
She's beautiful. I don't know
She's
what she's
stunning.
from, but other than The Stand, but
Yeah, I've never seen her in anything else, but she is
She's
stunning.
from
Stunning.
another
So-
planet.
I'm going to give The Dark Tower another shot, and I'm going to see, just because now we're talking about Randall Flagg, which is a character I love, and Walter is Randall Flagg, and now maybe I'll. No, it's so bad.
Idris Elba was in that, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
All right.
he was
He
the
went, again, and
gunman.
I
Okay. I never read
no
the book.
problem with him playing Roland. I thought he was a really good choice for Roland, but I don't know. The movie took nothing of the actual story other than the names.
Yeah, like I said, as someone who's never read the books, I mean, that
Yeah.
doesn't
almost-
Yeah,
faze
I've
me.
never read
I
them
just thought it was
either.
a fun
Did
time.
you know that the bad guy in The Dark Tower is the same bad guy from The Stand, the character, or no? Do they not? I don't remember if they say anything.
I knew
about
that going in. Yeah, I knew that
Okay.
going in. I've read The Stand. I've watched the miniseries and everything, and I knew that Randall Flagg was also in the Dark Tower series. So.
Okay. I didn't know if they said
But
anything about
that's the
scene.
extent of what I knew. But no, I think Nicole, like, if as a person who also didn't read the books, I think it's just like a kind of a,
Idris Elba's very
I
hot.
wouldn't say it's kids horror. It's not kids horror, but it's just a fun horror action kind of movie.
Idris Elba is
It's not
kind of like
too
Sadler
violent.
in that fact that he could just be standing in a field in a potato
I
sack for
watched
2
that
hours,
movie,
and
The
I
Beast.
watch it.
It's
I
a
don't even
terrible
care.
movie, but I would watch it again because he looks
Idris-
really good in it.
Idris Elba does, like, he's classic Idris Elba in it. Like, he's owning every scene he's in.
Yeah, and that he
He's
does.
the gunslinger.
He needs to play a villain more often. To be honest with you, he's good at villainy. Villainy.
Villainy.
Villainy.
Villainy.
Yes, villainy.
There you go.
Villainy.
Most foul. Villainy.
Add it.
most
Add it to the list of like words you got going across the screen there.
foul.
Villainious. Villainious.
Villainy. He's villainy moist. That
Yeah.
I just did not mean that to sound the way it did. I apologize.
I apologize, folks.
No, just died
Alright,
a little
so-
inside.
Yes, The Stand. Ryan,
Brace though.
Boy.
top villainy moist.
So my next pick was going to be The Stand.
That's funny.
So I'm
Ghost
going
Fires.
to go with something that is arguably a thriller, not a horror movie, but I, as a kid, was terrified of this movie.
Mhm.
I'm going with Outbreak with
That's on my
Dustin
list
Hoffman,
too. So
Kevin
I
Spacey.
approve.
I think it's got Susan Sarandon. Not Susan Sarandon.
Dustin
Mumbly Joe. What's her
Hoffman,
name?
Is that the one with Kate Winslet?
No, that's
No,
Contagion.
that's
I think it's
that's
something.
Contagion.
Oh, Renee Russo. There you
Renee
go.
Russo.
That's
yeah.
it. Renee Russo. Thank you.
Yeah.
Whatever
Okay, I
happened?
did see this one.
As a
Very-
kid, I was completely convinced that this was going to happen and this was how I was going to die.
I saw it on
Uh,
a date.
Somebody
movies.
was going to bring a monkey home. Yeah. And
Uh-huh.
fuck everything
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
for everybody else.
We got fucking lanternflies.
You were
Yeah,
gonna
it's close
catch
enough.
Ebola
Yeah.
and bleed from your eyes. And
I saw that
Yeah.
on a date, and I had a cold, and everybody that was on my side of the theater moved over to the other side.
That
It's
friggin'
these movies
scene.
fucking terrify me.
you,
Yeah. That scene in the theater where the guy coughs and you see the
The particles.
droplets fly
That's what
across the
happened, and they all
theater into
moved.
somebody
Mhm.
else's.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, that's how it happens too. People don't
it's like
realize
when
how
Clint said
far
he
that
was gonna
shit
do a-
travels.
When Clint said he was going to do a virus hangout, like a down with the sickness or whatever you want to call it, hangout. I can't remember what you called it, but the fact that you didn't call this the down with the sickness hangout is
Yes,
very
seriously.
upsetting to me. Um,
it
That's
was
an excellent point.
but
that was the very first thought that I had, but I was like, no, everybody does that. Then
I
they're
don't
gonna
think
think
it
of the
needs to
because it's
song.
awesome.
Yeah. You know, with
Although
that,
I do like it because yours kind of sounds like that. What is that? What was that old episode called? A book. I must scream, but I have no mouth, or something like that.
I Nope.
I
Know
have
what
no
that
mouth, but I
is?
must scream. No, I have
Yeah.
no mouth, but I must
Yeah.
scream. Anyway, your title reminds me of that. So
Yeah.
your title's good.
Thank you.
But yeah, no, this, like, as a kid, I watched this once and I didn't watch it again until probably about 5 years ago. Like, this movie
Mhm.
terrified me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They thought
It's
it
effective for sure,
they thought it was the flu, but now their eyes are bleeding.
but now their eyes are bleeding.
Mhm.
I have no mouth, but I must scream. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of another.
That's right. Yeah. God, Ebola is such a horrific thing.
It's just an asshole.
And again, these things could happen, so and we know based on the last plague that hit us how well we handle such scenarios.
Right.
How we would stop it right
We're
off the
fucking
bat
dead.
and just
Exactly.
squelch it right
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
out. Squelch. Look.
That was, regardless of how deadly it is or isn't, that was my takeaway from the whole thing. Is like, if we ever have the plague that takes 80%, there's going to be a lot of dead people
Oh my
because
god!
we're
Yeah.
just not willing
We're
to
just
too
do what it
stupid.
takes.
Too fucking stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Oh, well.
Again, amazing.
is what
cast,
it is.
too.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Dustin Hoffman.
Donald Sutherland.
I love it.
Are we allowed to like Kevin Spacey again? I don't know.
No.
I can't, but you can.
Because, like,
Fuck
he
that
was a
guy.
human piece of shit, but then he was acquitted of all the charges. So, what do
yeah,
we do
but
there?
I don't really.
But he probably did it.
I think he did it. The person
mean,
that
probably did it.
accused him seems so. I don't know.
Like, I
you
think
know, he's
it's
also
pretty
an actor.
See, that's
I
the
think it's
thing.
certain-
And the person who
certain.
accused him seems so sincere, and he's a good guy. So,
Yeah,
I'm inclined to believe the
Mhm.
victim.
and it happened when he was like
so
14
we're all in the
years
same
old.
boat. Kevin Spacey is still a
It's still
human
a
piece of garbage,
shit.
right?
Yeah,
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool.
I still want to
Cool.
watch,
I'm glad we're all on the same page.
7 again, but
I was gonna say I'm still allowed to watch 7, right?
I'm
Yeah.
still watching it because
I can't watch I can't watch American Beauty anymore. That just hits a little
No,
too real for me now.
I
But
can't watch that
um,
either.
Yeah.
well, except the fact that it's a woman and not a guy. But
I'm not a boy. Yeah.
but yeah. So okay, so yeah, Dustin Hoffman, human piece of garbage, Kevin Spacey, Rene Russo, the dude from Forrest Gump. Shit, he played Bubba.
Oh,
Oh.
McKelty Williamson.
thank you.
Thank
That
you.
I get. See that I pull right out of my ass.
There you go.
I got it in front of me and I
was gonna
can't think of it.
Dude's been in 2 movies.
Yeah,
And you
But
nailed
they're
it.
2 great
got that
movies.
one like that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good movie though. I was gonna watch that again before.
Who else was in it? Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman was in it, right? Or no? Am I thinking of the
You
Dreamcatcher?
said Donald Sutherland was in it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's who I'm thinking. No, that's the. Sorry, I got Morgan Freeman mixed up with Donald Sutherland.
I mean, they
because
look
Morgan
so
Freeman's
much alike.
character
I
in
didn't think-
Dreamcatcher is. I know, right?
So
they're
Dreamcatcher's on my
basically
list
twins.
too, but
Well, they're both.
But
in
anyway,
it.
Morgan Freeman's character
Oh,
in
excuse me.
Dreamcatcher is exactly the same character as Donald Sutherland's character in Outbreak.
Nice.
interesting.
Yeah. Morgan Freeman
Yeah.
does the voiceover every time someone gets affected with Ebola.
Yeah.
It's effective. And
Or
all
there's
it
an
would have
alien
taken
invasion.
for it to stop was
Time
for
for me to go visit my friend Andy. You know.
And that girl in the movie theater, she got infected that day.
I want that
Yeah.
little Morgan Freeman narration in my life. All right, I think we're up to me.
You're
think
up to
so.
you, yeah.
How about one that I know most of you have seen, The Sadness?
That's on my list.
That is a movie.
That's past a movie. That's
That's a movie. Clint, you
that's a
saw
whole
that one,
nother
yes?
level.
No.
You didn't see it? I thought you watched it when we all watched it a couple years ago.
Nope.
Didn't we watch it in the Poconos?
No. Well, you guys did before I got there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, me and Don
I've kind of been actively avoiding it.
Yeah, it's a
I
rough
don't blame you.
It's a rough movie, but again,
hard.
it fits.
It's
Yeah, if you're gonna
It's
get
a virus.
if you're gonna get Chinese food and refer to the Peking ribs as sadness ribs, that gives me thought that maybe I should second guess seeing this.
It's a sadistic movie, so it doesn't necessarily make them zombies, but it makes them violent, sadistic, horribly abusive monsters.
they still
Like
have
they'll rip you
personalities.
apart, but they won't necessarily eat you.
Yeah. There was not a lot of cannibalism in that.
No,
It
but
was just killing, but
it was a lot of brutal killing.
brutal torture and killing and yeah.
No.
The fish
What a
tank
good
scene
movie.
fucking killed me. Can't.
It's one you're gonna have to see once, my friend.
I'll have to do it at some point.
The first time I saw it, I had to stop it. It took me 2 days to watch it. I had to stop halfway through and take a shower
Wow.
and go back to it a day later. I swear to God.
I understand.
Swear to God, I had to
It's-
stop and shower. The hospital scene with the girl in the wheelchair.
Nope. I know what you're talking about. Clint's like, I don't know. This doesn't sound like maybe I want to watch.
Oh God!
But you
I
wanna watch
couldn't. I
it,
couldn't
sir.
watch it again. Probably. I've watched it twice now. I can't watch it.
I've only seen it once, but might be a one and done. Who knows? I don't know if Ryan saw it. 'cause
I'll
he
be
ran
gagging
away.
through the whole fucking thing. I can't.
Ryan had turned his camera off and his mic because he's gagging into a trash can right
Yeah,
now.
probably. I mean, it did have some very creepy characters in it. The old
Yes.
woman in the nightgown and
That-
the old
Okay.
guy
that
on the
old
subway.
guy. Oh.
It did have some seriously creepy
And it came on
characters.
like the rise of Train to Busan. Like everybody was like, yes,
Yeah.
car. And then it was like, what?
Yeah. It
was rough.
Oh,
A brutal movie, but good. It really was a good movie. I don't mean to, but it's brutal.
it was original. I mean, for an infection movie, because infection movies have been
Have
happening
been done
forever.
1,000 times. Yeah.
Yeah, but this one was it was the sadistic nature of it wasn't like 28 Days Later where they're
just
not
had the
zombies, they're
rage.
infected.
Yeah.
they had rage and they had personality with it.
Yeah.
Which was
With
it just all turned into horrible, violent
specific
sadists.
desires that are gross and
Yeah.
not as rapey as maybe that other one that I just mentioned, but
Shivers.
Right.
Shivers. Yeah.
And
Have you seen it, Ryan? The Sadness.
No, I refuse to.
I don't blame you.
It's
Fair.
on my list.
It's off screen. You don't, and I get spoiler alert if anyone's watching. It's, and I think Clint should know this because this might keep him from watching it. It's off screen, but there is a baby scene.
Oh, I don't remember the baby.
I've heard
scene.
that.
So
I've heard
you don't
that.
see it, but you hear it.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't watch it again.
Which
Just
is
for the
why I
fish tank
can't
scene, I
watch,
can't watch it. Oh God,
Serbian film.
I refuse to watch that.
Wait, what?
It's off.
What?
Oh no,
Oh no, what?
I didn't know about the
What?
baby scene.
Yeah. Like I said, you don't see
I mean,
anything.
I'm not
but
going
you-
to watch it
you hear
anyway,
it.
but
Yeah, I don't blame you.
It's rough.
It's
I'm bringing
very,
out all
very
the good
tough to
ones,
watch.
aren't I?
It's actually easier to watch Hostel than it is The Sadness.
Yes.
And I hate
Oh.
Hostel.
I got no problem with Hostel.
Yeah, Hostel's easier.
I'm not
than
into torture porn, so those movies usually don't.
Yeah.
But this one was intense. I mean, it was like
Very.
you held your breath a lot.
I don't know how many gallons of blood they used. I couldn't. Truckloads.
Know that there's
Very
a way
bloody.
to count.
Yeah, that's what happens with viruses.
Clint's just huffing Vicks, trying to remember a simpler time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're done. I'm done with the sadness. I can't think.
I have so many things on my list. I'm going to give you an oldie but a goodie.
Okay.
How about the Omega Man?
Okay.
Anybody ever seen it?
I've
fans
seen
that-
I Am Legend. Does that count?
Kind of. To me, they are basically the same story, and because one was clearly inspired by the other. To me, I just like Omega Man better. But I mean, the bare bones of the story is generally the same. But this was Chuck Heston's heyday. You know what I mean? He was done playing Moses and all that stuff, and now he was out there playing.
Is this the Omega Man you're talking about?
Man?
Yeah. He's
well-
out there playing astronauts. Having encounters with apes. And
Kissing them.
finding out that Soylent Green's made out of people.
It's
and,
people.
He was a scientist who basically was trying to help humanity that was under the scourge of a plague. He managed to, develop some type of vaccine that could be used. But as he was, for some reason, he was supposed to transport it to, I don't know where he was going, the CDC or something. I don't know. But he was in a helicopter and the helicopter crashed. So he knew that he was sick and he decided to save himself. So he injected himself with his own vaccine. So therefore, humanity died out because he was basically
Was a
horribly
selfish bastard.
Yeah, he was injured in this accident, and but that did give him the ability to synthesize a vaccine as long as he used his own blood as a serum.
Okay.
So it was a cool storyline that he did find some remnant people still living, even though he thought he was the only one left alive.
It's basically, yeah. I just watched it for the first time recently.
The other characters in the film are very violent, we'll say zombie-like creatures that used to be human. So it's a pretty similar story.
Okay. I do need to
I
see
Am
it.
Legend was based on
And,
Omega Man.
For sure. Yep, without question. That's exactly what I thought when I saw I Am Legend. I was like, this is fucking Omega Man.
This is the Omega Man, yeah.
And I'm
Both based on the
looking
same
at this
book.
cast.
Mhm.
Rosalind Cash is in it.
Yes.
I love Rosalind Cash. And I mean, she's been in so much, a lot of TV. But I loved her in Tales from the Hood. She was so good in Tales from the Hood. Yeah, this is definitely going on my list. I have to watch this. Didn't we just talked about this recently, didn't we, Clint?
We may have.
I think we did.
I don't remember specifically the conversation.
I don't either. I remember it
Might have
coming
come up in our zombie talk.
Um,
That's
Yeah,
when I
maybe.
watched it, when we did
No,
that last hangout. That's when I first watched it.
Okay,
Good.
that makes sense.
yeah. I definitely got to watch this. And it's Charlton Heston. You can't go wrong with Charlton.
Yeah,
He's great.
the overacting king.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had such a good time with Planet of the Apes. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Everything he said was like that. It's a madhouse.
Damn dirty apes.
Yeah.
Great.
Get your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty apes. Oh,
What?
so fun. So fun.
It
All
is.
right. Well, since nobody's really seen Omega Man,
I have.
I wish I
okay,
had.
two of us, two out of us. All right.
I have not.
All right. It's worth it.
It's a fun little movie.
At least for one time. So is Soylent Green for that matter. It's worth it
Yes.
for one time.
Yeah.
It's people. Spoiler. Spoiler. All right, Nicole. We'll move on to you now.
All right. I don't know if I should wait till 9 for this. Because it is kind of an infection. It's not physical in a way. It's very hard to describe this. All right. I'm just gonna say,
Go for it.
if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, and I'll say another one. I'm gonna go with It Follows.
No, I think that counts. It's an STD.
That
of
was kind of an
supernatural-
STD.
of the supernatural nature.
Supernatural. Yeah.
It's passed through
Does that
sexual
count?
contact.
Ryan, are you mad?
It's a terrible movie.
No, I burped.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you
burped.
were
I just
doing what
leaned
I
back
do
to
with
burp.
you. I just
No,
go,
I-
Jesus Christ.
No, I think that would count,
Does
don't you?
count?
I think it would. I didn't think it was a
Okay.
Oh,
terrible
100%.
movie.
It's a
I had
virus.
fun with
Yeah.
it.
I
had
don't
a
know.
lot
I'm the
fun
one
with
of
it.
the three people in the world that hate that movie.
Mhm.
And I thought it was squelchingly moist.
Wait, sorry.
What's the last one?
Did you say one of the
Villainist.
Villainous.
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 Infectorated,
Sounds like a
squelchingly
town in Italy.
moist villainous.
Yes, I loved It Follows. I did. I thought it was fun. I did not like the ending. I'm not a fan of open endings, but I thought it was original. I thought the effects were so great.
That's one of the best
practical
openings
effects in this movie. And yeah, the opening was great. The girl on the beach was great. And it was terrifying that somebody's sitting there and they're seeing something like a person coming towards them and they don't know if it's real or not. And they just keep getting closer and closer. It was very edge of your seat, when she's tied to the chair and the naked woman is in the beginning, and the naked woman is walking across towards her, and the real tall guy that pops into the room scared the shit
That
out of me. And
is scary
it
as
was
fuck.
just it was a
Just
great,
comes up behind
very
him.
practical movie. There were not a lot of
The
not a lot of
naked
effects, not a lot of makeup, but just downright creepy, and I enjoyed it. I did. Not Oscar worthy, but it was a fun movie. Ryan, have you seen it?
I know he's not frozen.
It was pretty good. I feel it loses a bit of its. The first half is fantastic, and I just
Yes.
this is one of those movies to me that would have made a great episode of The Twilight Zone or Tales from the Crypt.
Right.
I feel the runtime is
Too
its
long.
biggest enemy.
Okay.
And like you even mentioned, you don't like the ending. I feel the movie, after we get the scene with the tall man,
Hmm.
I feel the movie loses a lot of its muster after that. and then it
Okay.
just basically
Yes, because
becomes
you got
rinse,
the old
wash,
woman
repeat.
already, you got the big man,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
it's a
Oh,
lot
the
of
old woman. The
okay.
old woman coming through the school is fucking
That's
terrifying.
terrifying.
And
Yes.
the music, that almost like John Carpenter synth score that's going on
Yep.
there. Perfect. Everything about that is perfect. I loved it. The opening. But like I said, I just feel it loses a bit of its muster halfway through, and it becomes
Mhm.
rinse, wash, repeat. Like she gets over here, you know, and then something eventually shows up. So she goes over here, something eventually shows up. And then we get that weird pool finale.
Okay.
Which annoys me. I think
the
that's when I get
concept
annoyed.
is
The
the
pool,
concept
and then
is
Brian.
A plus.
you know what happens
Okay.
to her. The opening is amazing.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. The opening is amazing. The concept is A plus, but yeah, I do feel. But I mean, overall, yeah, no, it's, and I love that we don't know what time frame it's in.
Yeah.
I like that. I wish more movies would do that. Like, and it's such an easy way to get away from the cell phone
Right.
gimmick of
Mhm.
modern horror. Just
Because it
don't
feels
specify
80s.
a time frame and put a little bit of this and that, and now you just can't. You
Pin it
can't say, "Oh,
down.
this is the '70s." No, it's not the 2000s. It's
Right.
people just got clamshell text flip phones for some reason. But yeah, no. Overall, I mean, I'm not going to say I hated it, because no, I enjoyed my watch, but it has its problems. But
Okay.
it's definitely, the originality of it makes up for a lot of that.
Right. Right. Awesome.
I enjoyed this movie.
Oh,
What?
Oh
you
What?
want to go?
no, I don't.
I enjoyed this movie. We're all waiting for Clint to go into more detail about
Yeah.
what he enjoyed.
But you were continuing.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess.
The
No,
pool
go ahead.
scene was bullshit.
The pool scene is
Okay.
bullshit. Makes me laugh.
I'm not going to get.
Have these people never heard of like overload protection? Like freaking having electrical panels that will actually short circuit and like trip breakers. You know what I mean?
We're doing another electrical thing, aren't we?
They didn't have the budget to consult a real electrician.
They needed an electrician to make that shit work.
Clint, electricity doesn't work like that.
Right. They always fuck with electricity in movies, and they always do stupid shit with it that would never work, and that is a serious pet peeve of mine. Like putting jumper cables in a puddle on the ground, expecting me to believe it's going to kill 17 zombies that are walking at you. You know what I mean? It's like, that shit doesn't work.
Literal zombies, and we're worried about the jumper cables.
I am. So I take my electricity seriously.
I take my electricity. God damn.
And
Fantastic. Love it.
too far off topic. Ryan, you said you like the time frame of it. Like you don't know like what decade it's in.
I like that I don't know the time frame.
Right. Have you ever seen The Guest? Because that is very similar. As it's the same actress. The lead actress in It Follows is the lead actress in The Guest, and it's the same. You don't know the time frame, but it's great. It has like a very 80s style to it, but they never say it's the 80s. And you don't see a whole lot of technology in it. What's that?
That's one of those movies I've seen like probably 20 minutes of.
Okay.
Randomly, because it keeps popping up on my TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Is that the one with the soldier?
I need to watch it though.
Yes, with Dan
Stevens.
Thank you.
Only because I'm looking right at it. That's right.
And
really
Joel David Moore is in it, and we all know how I feel.
That woman,
I've heard good
Sheila
things.
Kelly, whose face is always so familiar, and I always look her up because I'm like, what do I know her from?
Yes.
She's from Singles, and I always do that where I'm like, what do I know her from? Go through her whole list. It's always Singles.
And the
Debbie
cast
Hunt
is
from
like
Singles.
that. It's one of those like I know this person, all of them. But if
and
you get a
it's got
chance,
Joel David Moore, we love him.
yeah, I love Joel David.
I'm gonna have to watch this. It looks like
It's fantastic. I loved it. It's not really considered horror, but
action.
it's really good. Sorry, I didn't mean to get
I've
off
heard
topic. I
nothing
just
but
wanted to
good
bring that
things.
up.
No,
Yeah.
it's okay. I've heard nothing but good
Got a
things.
lot of stars on the old IMDb.
Yep. I love it.
There you
Fucking
go.
love it. The
I'm gonna
bar
watch
scene
that.
alone is worth it.
IMDb is the voice of the people.
Mhm.
Got 6.7 stars. That's not bad for them.
That's good.
Yeah.
6.7 on IMDb is like a 9 out of 10 anywhere else.
Yeah.
So you're doing
Mhm.
good. Oh, fuck. I guess it's my
Okay.
turn.
Yes.
I had something and then we started talking about other things and I lost it.
Yeah. You got electricity on the brain
Shit.
now.
That
Yeah.
happens.
You're like, God damn it!
Shit.
Look at all these
Shit.
movies
I had
where
a
they
good
did
one. I was
bullshit
pretty
with
proud of it
electricity.
too.
You were proud of it.
I was.
Need a list. I wouldn't
I
remember.
don't prepare for these things. Oh no, I'm drawing a blank. Shit. Skip me for now.
Damn it!
All right.
I lost
How
it.
about the stuff?
Oh, that
A
could work.
delicious, mysterious goo that oozes from the earth, turns people into weird.
Stuffies.
Yeah, it's kind of like
They
a.
call them stuffies.
Do they
I
call
love
them
the stuff.
stuffies?
It's almost like
They do, yeah. They call them the stuffies.
That's adorable.
It's almost like a body snatcher type of scenario.
Yeah, we don't know what it is. Is it alien? Is it man-made? We don't know.
Yeah.
But it then takes everybody over and
Yeah.
takes over the.
It's the consumer product that consumes you.
Yes.
Yeah,
It really is a fantastic movie.
and my favorite part of that whole thing is when Chocolate Chip Charlie just like erupts all this stuff
Garrett Morris.
at
I
the
love
end.
him.
That was
I
so
love-
cool. Yeah, he's such a funny guy.
I forgot Paul Sorvino was in the stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
He plays the
Yeah.
racist army dude.
Yeah. But no, that dude from Saturday Night Live played Chocolate Chip Charlie. Well,
Yeah, Garrett Morris from the old
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live.
one of the funniest things he ever did was like whenever they did like hearing impaired stuff on there,
And he would just shout.
he would just shout down in the corner. You know, it used to be somebody who did like sign language, but he would just be down in the corner, just like screaming everything that they just said.
I love that.
So nobody's mentioned him,
amazing.
but I do want to nobody's mentioned Michael Moriarty yet. Like he fucking is amazing in this
Well,
movie. Michael
he's-
Moriarty's
yes.
great in anything, but
He is.
What a weird dude.
Michael Moriarty.
Yeah.
well,
he
everybody
did
calls
this
me
movie.
Mo, and they call me Mo because whenever I want money, whenever people give me money, I always want Mo.
Mo.
I love your accent.
Yeah, he did this. He did Troll, and then he did Law and Order.
Don't.
Cue the winged serpent. Cue the winged serpent. And It's Alive 3, Island of the Alive. Let's.
Ah,
Oh,
yes,
my
let's
God,
get
Lord,
that
part
he's-
three?
Yeah, it's a trilogy and a
I did
remake.
not know that.
We're gonna have to check
I did not
Ballflix
know
for that one.
Yeah.
I used to have it on VHS back in the day.
Wow.
All three of them.
The stuff or It's Alive 3? Oh,
It's alive. All
I was gonna
three
say, the
of
stuff
them.
I had. For some reason, my mom never let me watch horror movies when I was a kid, but for some reason, the stuff was okay. So I've been watching that movie since I was like 6 years old.
I was going to say it came out in what 85.
I owned it on VHS. I had it on DVD.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
The fuck? What movie
the
was I
matter,
going to bring up?
Well, there's. Yep, it's on there. The first three.
The first three are on there.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure.
Oh, both Blooms were in that. There were these two actor brothers from the 80s that had these giant blue eyes. Scott Bloom and
Brian.
Brian Bloom. And I don't even remember anything they were in, but I think they were in like Teen Beat magazine or something a lot. Tiger Beat, one of those.
Wow.
They looked like they were like carved from cream cheese with dark hair and big blue eyes.
Carved from cream cheese.
Yeah, I feel like that was something that she said in Steel Magnolias. I love my
Yeah.
family, but they look like they carved from cream cheese.
Mm.
I love you more than my luggage.
That seems squelchingly moist.
Squelchingly moist. That's the T-shirt we need. Squelchingly moist. We would actually have people gagging walking by us in the streets.
Probably.
Probably.
Huh.
We're back to Clint unless Ryan's gone away again.
Oh yeah, he left to go try to remember that thing that he was going to throw out that he was really proud of, then forgot.
Then forgot.
So, I'm going to give you another old one.
Okay.
The Andromeda strain.
Okay. Gosh, how old is that? That is from the 50s or?
The novel is from 1969.
Okay.
The
so
movie
it was 71.
71. Yeah. It's God, I gotta tell you, Michael Crichton was kind of ahead of his time. To be writing some of the things he was writing there, and to take a little side note here on Michael Crichton, I really think that it's unfortunate that we never really got a good honest try of his an adaptation of his book The Terminal Man.
Okay.
Anybody familiar with that one?
Mm-mm.
My dad read it. I know. I might even have my dad's book here.
Yeah.
So I have a bunch of his books.
Well,
I never read.
not to go too far away from the Andromeda strain, but in The Terminal Man, it was this guy who was like
That was
plagued.
it.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Are you kidding?
What,
That was
Oh
the
my
fucking
God.
movie I was going to bring up that I couldn't remember.
The Andromeda
Oh,
strain?
Clint!
Yes.
Oh my God!
Like, literally,
Alright.
like,
Ryan, if you want to message a couple from my list, you can have.
Mhm.
no, it's okay. That's just funny.
Uh-huh.
So who brought that up? Clint?
I did, yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt. Continue. I just thought it was hilarious.
Oh, that's all right. No, the but like I was saying, not to stray too far away from the Andromeda strain, but like The Terminal Man would made like a great slasher movie. Because it was
They're
this
still
guy.
fun.
Yeah. It was this guy who basically got these really terrible like seizures and things like that. And he would have like precursors to them, like he'd like smell things and other things would happen. He would kind of black out when they happened. And then he would be unaware of things that he was doing while he was blacked out. And they were doing like a experimental surgery on him where they installed like these electrodes in the portion of his brain that they thought were responsible for the seizures. So like they would stimulate a different section of his brain, to give him a different impulse so that he wouldn't go into the seizure. But like his brain actually adapted to it and he actually became quite murderous. So like,
Quite murderous.
I can't like really describe it in great detail the way they did in the book, but like it would, to me, that would make a great slasher movie. And I find it criminal that we haven't gotten like a really good try at that yet. But maybe somebody will. But the Andromeda strain, yes.
But
yeah, a
that's
satellite.
with these scientists that go and try to figure out what killed the whole town or something, right?
Right. A team of Air Force people were supposed to go to a site where a satellite was determined to be coming down back from orbit. I don't know if it was planned or if it was just falling and they're like, go recover it, but it hit really close to this town. And basically everybody in that town died except for two people. It was a very old man and a baby. Everyone else died. So they kind of quarantined that town, but they also took the old man and the baby back to one of their facilities where they could keep it under control. Like they were treating this like a hot zone. You know what I mean? Like it was a disease-ridden area, which is essentially what it was. Some type of bacteria came down with the satellite, and they just had to solve the mystery. And figure out what it was they were dealing with without dying themselves, which was what made it a pretty cool story.
Cool.
Where is that?
Is the dog killing someone, Ryan?
Yeah.
Would you like to check on that?
There's laughter, so I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Okay.
That made me a little nervous for a second.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're laughing now.
Okay.
Okay.
We don't
No,
hear
we're
that
good.
part.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Jesus.
No, there is laughter, so we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The screams were
Not
just much more
maniacal
penetrating.
laughter, is it?
Yeah. I probably would not laugh as I was
No,
bleeding
no,
out
like
on the
violent
floor.
laughs. I
Okay.
feel maybe. I don't know. I
Ryan,
don't hear
did
any
you want
running,
to?
so I think we're good.
Okay. Did you want us to come back to you, Ryan, or is that not a good idea since I stole your movie?
No, it's okay. I do have one more. Unfortunately, I do have to go after my last pick.
Oh my.
My brother's still here, so
Hi, brother.
can't
Oh.
ignore him
Oh.
forever.
Oh, are you sure? Okay.
Yeah, I keep turning my head every now and again. That's them peeking in, so I gotta
Oh, okay.
Oh.
eventually go.
All right.
He's big into video games, so my son and him have been playing games for the last little while, but they're starting to look for me. So,
Okay.
but I do have one more. So, but I've still got a little bit of time. So if Nicole wants to go first, absolutely.
No, whatever. That's fine. Whatever you want.
It's up to you. I can give you your out if you want it.
Okay, I'll quickly do this because I don't think any of you guys have seen this. But if you haven't, you absolutely should. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
And I don't know what Clint's doing.
I don't either. It looks like
Anybody
it's
seen the
delirious.
show Sweet Home?
No.
Oh,
It's the Vix.
wait.
He just keeps sniffing it.
Sweet Home.
Sweet Home.
Oh, no,
It's
I was
a
thinking of Sweet
Korean
Tooth, I think.
show.
No, I did not.
Oh, it's Korean? Ooh.
Yeah.
Wonder how
So
close to
much.
I heard
I
of it.
guess it's kind of in the same vein as the sadness and stuff like that. Basically, these people are holed up in an apartment complex. Weird stuff starts to happen. People are getting nosebleeds, and they hear that there's an event, something like the sirens are being blared.
Mhm.
So they try to leave the apartment complex. Everybody's up in the lobby, and all of a sudden, this 8-foot tall creature with like a long piercing, much like a licker, a long piercing tongue is trying to get into the apartment complex. And it turns out that there is an infection, but the infection turns you into the emotion that you're most ashamed about with yourself.
Oh, Jesus
And it
Christ.
turns you into a creature based on that.
Be a stage 4 clinger.
Whoa.
So, like for example, there was one guy who was always really ashamed about the fact that he was like a roid rage kind of guy. Like he wanted to get buff at the gym, and he winds up turning into this fucking tank of a monster that's just like taking out like vehicles and stuff, just knocking them over left and right. Some of them, there's a lot of gun punches in the movie. Like some stuff is really sad, but it's a fantastic show. I'm 3 episodes in on the second season. The second season just came out as of December 1st.
Ooh, who's that?
And they already have season 3 lined up, so.
Which is impressive for Netflix, because let's be honest, if it makes it past 2 seasons on Netflix, it must be really fucking good.
Yeah, I don't have any dates yet, but it does say that there is a season 3.
It's based on a manga, I think. But yeah, no, if you haven't checked it out, sorry, what?
It was on my list to watch. I'm glad you said that.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, it's definitely worth a check out. The second season, I'm a little hit and miss on. They get the second. I like the first season is contained. It's all in this apartment complex, and we've got a minimal cast. I like that. The second season kind of opens things up to show what's happening outside in the rest of the country. But definitely worth a watch. the CGI in it. Like most of the creatures are CGI, but it's done in this weird, almost like what's the name of the guy? Ray Harryhausen,
Mhm.
like the stop motion guy who did like Jason and the Argonauts and shit.
Oh,
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah,
but
yeah.
the CGI is done with that jankiness. There's a bit of a stop motion feel to it. It adds for this really uncanny valley level to these creatures. Like it's absolutely 100% worth a watch. And like I said, it definitely fits this virus theme because yeah, like it's if you allow your emotions to like this internal guilt you feel about certain things to take over, it will consume you and eventually you just become one of these creatures.
Oh my god, I gotta
Really
watch
cool
this.
show.
I gotta watch this. This looks good. I love
These
Korean
I
horror,
do
so this.
recommend. I'm not a sorry. What?
I'm sorry, I was saying
Loves-
I gotta watch this. I love Korean horror, and this I didn't.
Oh, it's
I've
so
never
good.
even
Yeah.
heard of this.
Also, if you're a fan of the Imagine Dragons, in the first season, for some reason, the song "The Warriors" plays in every episode. They got the rights to that song, and they're like, we're just gonna fucking use it for everything. It worked.
okay.
Like it works in the name of the show too, because like when a heroic moment is happening in the show, it like cuts to this orchestral version of the Warriors, and you're just like,
Mhm.
this is kind of badass.
Oh, I'm
But yeah,
definitely.
no,
This is
definitely worth
definitely
checking out. With that though, I do gotta sign off for the night, guys.
okay.
Always
It
a
was good
blast
to see
talking to
you.
you. I guess
Thank you for coming.
well, the three of you guys, I guess I'll see all of you at different times this week.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
Yeah.
What
So,
day are
yeah,
you guys
that'll
doing
be fun.
yours?
Look forward to
Manana.
it.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited
Very much
for that.
looking forward to that. I watched Believer again today. My opinion has not changed.
I'm gonna
So,
get
yeah.
so bullied on this. Ugh.
I think Clint liked it. Anyway,
I did.
I will
I liked it
see
better the
some of
second
you
time I
tomorrow, and
saw it
I'll
with
see
you
the
guys.
rest of you.
Have a good one,
Yeah,
Ryan.
no,
Bye,
Say hi,
Ryan. Love to
everybody.
brother Joiner.
Hi, guys.
See ya.
See ya.
Will do. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right, Nicole.
All right. All right. I'm gonna go with one of my favorite movies. It's been remade 37,000 times, and I love every fucking version of it. But I'm going to specifically say the 2007 version of The Invasion
Ah, okay. That
with
was the
Nicole
7 one.
Kidman.
Was that Nicole Kidman and
Yep, Nicole Kidman and Daniel Craig, and
Okay.
yep,
I don't think I saw that one.
I love this version. I did. There were no pods. It was a little different, but Veronica Cartwright was in it.
I love
Oh.
And she can do anything, you know.
Mhm.
But I loved it. I loved this version. Nicole Kidman plays a psychologist or a psychiatrist, I can't remember which. And the invasion slowly happens. It starts on Halloween in the kids' trick or treat bags. And it's this like clear, it looks almost like saran wrap, but it's a living thing.
Like a
And
swarm.
Nicole, yeah, it's like a little sheet of saran wrap, but it has living things in it.
Ugh.
And Nicole Kidman finds it in her son's trick or treat bag. And he goes to his father's for a few days, and she sends it to a friend of hers who works in a lab, and it just spreads. And you don't know who's who, you know, and she's trying to act normal, you know, and like the Veronica Cartwright character in the
In
70s
the,
version.
yeah.
And it's just, I really enjoyed this a lot. I really enjoyed this version a lot.
That might bump up to my tonight's movie because the other
Yeah.
ones I've seen before, but I love all the other iterations of the movie, so I don't know why I haven't seen this one.
Yeah,
So they're like Listerine strips or something.
kind of, yeah.
Living
When she pulls it out,
Listerine
she pulls it out like this, and it's like a little saran wrap with moving veins and things in it.
strips.
Oh,
And it's just the cast is great. And here we go with the names that I can't fucking remember. Yes, I need a lobotomy. All right. I do. Yeah, Celia Weston was who I was trying to think of. She was great in it. Like I said, Veronica Cartwright, Jeffrey Wright is in it from The Hunger Games.
Oh, I like Jeffrey Wright
Mm-hmm.
from Westworld and from the MCU.
Yep. And again, a great cast, great story. I liked how they went more modern with it. Instead of using the pods, they went a little more biological with it. And it's just great. And the kid who played her son was fantastic. For a I don't know, what was
Jackson
he, like,
Bond.
8-year-old? Yeah, Jackson Bond. Yeah, he was great. And it was scary. It was genuinely scary when the people find out that she came across it and she's not infected, and they come to her door. Like, it was creepy. It was very creepy. The
So
supermarket scene
she's
was
the
creepy.
Donald Sutherland character.
She's the Donald Sutherland, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna. That looks good. I like that.
Yeah. It was fantastic.
Good cast.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll look that up myself.
I don't know if it's on our shared server or not.
I don't know.
I know
I
you
think it's
can
on
rent
one
it.
of my servers because I remember seeing it somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, I know you can rent it somewhere. You can rent it on Amazon.
You can rent it on Prime
Yeah,
for sure.
for $2.89.
It's worth it.
Yeah, but yeah, if it's not on our shared server, maybe we can talk to
I'm sure
the
we
leader
can.
of our shared server and get it on there.
Oh, oh my God, I got tongue tied. Remain nameless. Did
Yes.
not come off my lips.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Let's see.
You looking it up?
Uh-huh. What did you say, 2007?
2007, The Invasion.
Okay.
They dropped the Body Snatchers and are just calling it
They
Invasion.
made a new one recently. I also didn't see.
Did they?
Yeah, like it looked like the MTV version of, but I'll have to look and see if it was just called
Invasion.
Nowhere free.
I
don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, it's nowhere free that I could find. So we'll have to check. Have to check our server.
Check out France.
Yeah.
But all right, I think I'm gonna if it's viewable, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
And actually, so I was having an haw as to whether or not this next one I had on my list counted, but it's kind of in the same vein of The Invasion, so I'm going to go with it counts.
Mm-hmm.
And it sort of came up in passing before we talked Dreamcatcher.
Oh, okay.
Morgan Freeman. This movie, now, have you all seen the movie Dreamcatcher?
Yes, it's disgusting.
Where the
don't
aliens
think I
come out your
have.
butt?
Yeah.
What? I don't
This
think I have
movie's
not
gross.
seen this. It's gross.
Great cast. You got Morgan Freeman, Thomas Jane, Jason
Ew.
Lee,
Ooh.
Damian Lewis, Timothy Oliphant, Tom Sizemore, Donnie
Wow.
Wahlberg.
Oh, Donnie Wahlberg.
Oh, he plays Dudders. Duddits.
Yeah.
I
Duddest.
love me some Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah,
Alright.
he plays a mentally challenged young man.
Okay.
Yeah. Who's
But
dying?
really good in it. And he's another one like when you see The Sixth Sense and you're like, how is that Donnie Wahlberg?
Yeah.
That's him in it.
Yeah.
But basically a group of friends go on a camping trip, and this town has been plagued by some sort of parasitic alien invasion. But the aliens, they get into them somehow via, I think, their mouth, but they come out their butt, and it never ends well. Aliens come out your butt.
Yep.
But I
It's
like that
very
Damian
gross.
Lewis. I
Is
don't
this
know
Stephen
what I
King?
know. Huh?
Yeah.
Is this Stephen King?
Stephen King, yes.
Okay. Because I see a lot of wintry things happening, and he's
wintry stuff. It's a very wintry.
He does
movie.
a very wintry movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
And aliens.
And you mentioned, I know you mentioned the one character who has who is infected by the alien the longest. It's so weird to see him play that role because I know him best from that HBO series Band of Brothers. He played Captain Dick Winters.
Dick Winters. Is that Damian Lewis? I'm trying to think of who.
Yeah, I think so.
The redhead guy that Jonesy that goes back and forth with the voices and stuff.
Yeah.
I love that in real life he's British, but
yeah, he's done all sorts of stuff. I remember even seeing him on if you remember PBS doing Masterpiece Theater.
Yep.
He was in a couple things on that.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
This looks a little. They're playing the trailer. It looks a little like The Thing. Like I just saw a scene with the redhead, and it was kind of like a stop motion thing when he turned his head and smiled.
It's
like
a cool movie. I mean,
that's creepy as hell.
Yeah, and like I said, I like all the guys in it. It's a group of childhood friends basically that have been friends forever, and I like those movies.
Yeah, I could see the comparison.
I like Jason.
That's on my list. I want to watch that.
Yeah, I think you'd like it. I mean, except for the aliens come at you, but whatever.
Yeah, that part's terrible.
You've been warned about that.
I've been warned about the butt aliens. Okay.
Butt aliens.
Yep.
The anal aliens.
Yeah.
That are squelchingly moist.
Alien movies. Sorry.
They are indeed squelchingly moist.
And there is a lot of squelching. I think that will be. I feel like that will be a sound that comes out on the closed captioning if you watch it.
And Thomas
I haven't
Jane
seen
is
it in a
awesome.
while, but
yeah,
I feel like I can stand by that statement.
And Donnie Wahlberg, I love him. I love him.
He's so good in this.
Yeah.
You'll want to hug him.
Yeah.
And I don't know why he looks so small in this movie. I mean, I know he was super skinny in A Sixth Sense, but he seems so diminutive and like just. And
he's supposed to be dying from cancer, and I think they kind of let that out of the bag around the end of the movie.
Right.
That he's wasting away, but he's the most powerful, like telekinetic person that they know.
Okay.
He's slow.
So they pull him in. They bring him to have the final standoff with the alien. Yeah.
He's a great character. That book. I mean, he's Duddits.
Yeah.
I always call him Dudders, but
yeah,
I think he calls himself Dudders a few times. But his name is Duddits, and he Duddit.
Yeah. It's the way he pronounces Douglas. Duddits.
That becomes his name.
So it's kind of like an infant tongue type thing, like the way a child would say it. Yeah, like
that's
Pip,
how I ended up
like
with a
Pip
dog named
for
Dodo.
Philip. Yeah. So you take one look at him, you're like, get this guy a Wahlburger. Clearly, he needs to gain some weight.
But I'll tell you, it proves what a good actor he is because he doesn't just, stick to the same. I mean, I have nothing against Mark Wahlberg. He's a great actor too, but I think that Donnie has more range than Mark does.
Yeah.
I think he's not afraid to make himself look a certain way for a role.
Yeah.
And I think Mark's a little more vain than that.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yep.
And aliens come out your butt.
That's right. They do.
You've been warned.
So many teeth. So.
Ew. Ow. Oh, God.
I told you it's not pretty.
Making my lower half cringe. Okay. Damn.
That's what I mean. It's gross. And you're like, that's not sanitary. Like, even if
that's not sanitary.
Even if they survive, they're dying from sepsis.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all I can think of is Bruce Almighty when he makes the monkey come out the guy's butt in the alley. That's the only thing that's been going through my head. All right.
But I digress.
Are we back to me?
Yeah,
we're back to you.
We are.
Oh my goodness. Well, there was one in the chat from earlier, and I purposely ignored it because I'd like to bring it up now.
All right.
When Olin was here.
Ooh, Olin, Cooties. I've never seen
Cooties is good.
Cooties.
Took me a while to eat chicken fingers after watching that.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my. Oh, it is so gross.
It is so good.
Yeah.
There are a few.
Has everybody seen
I
this one?
apologize.
I have seen this one with Elijah Wood as the teacher, and who else was in that?
Rainn Wilson, but there was also one
Yeah.
from 2007.
Huh.
I'm assuming it's the Elijah Wood one he's talking
It is
about.
the Elijah Wood
Yeah.
one. He would be talking
Okay.
about.
Just to make sure I get the right one.
Jim Beaver's in the 2007 one
Yeah.
from Supernatural.
And I do love Elijah Wood. I've been a fan of his since The Good Son and North.
Yeah. Yeah. The I don't know. I like the idea of food poisoning causing strange
zombie outbreak.
conditions in people. You know what I mean? Causing an outbreak.
They say
You know.
transforming the kids into a feral swarm of mass savages. That is brilliant.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Please don't feed the children is the tagline.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jorge Garcia's in it. I forgot about
Oh, I love him.
him. I like him.
Yeah. It's one of those where it's like yeah, the tainted chicken nugget, you know,
Ugh.
is obvious to look at that there's something wrong with it, but somehow the school
They still-
cafeteria serves it anyway. Somehow the
It's
child
disgusting.
eats it anyway.
Of course.
Damn thing looks like it's filled with blue cheese. Is what it looks like.
Ew.
Yeah. So like yeah, she eats this disgusting, chicken nugget and then ends up like acting weird and getting sick in class, and then attacking other students, which spreads the infection. And then of course all the adults are basically held hostage at the school because they can't escape because they're surrounded by all these feral children. It's pretty cool.
I'm watching a little bit of the trailer here. It says from the writers of Glee and Saw.
That's awesome.
Is it a horror comedy?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh man, I might have to watch this. I mean, I'll gag a little. I know I will, but
You'll gag a
it
lot.
looks entertaining.
I
It looks entertaining.
when I watched it, I'm pretty sure I saw it on Tubi, so it must be readily available.
Okay.
Must
It's,
be.
oh yeah, it's on Max.
Cinemax.
It's
It's on Max. It's on.
yeah.
It might be on Tubi. I did see it somewhere, and I don't have.
It might be on our server too.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
feel like everything is.
Well,
Okay.
sometimes Tubi gets movies for a little while and then they leave. So
Yeah.
when I saw it, it was on Tubi, but it might not be there now.
That was a good pick, Olin. That was good. I'm watching that now.
Yeah.
I usually steer clear of anything like
Oh, you
with
haven't
titles
seen
like
it.
Cooties and Slither, and because it just grosses me out.
Yeah.
But this looks comedic, so
Just-
I think
I mean,
they'll
don't
enjoy it.
they? I feel like one of the teachers like kicks the kids. I mean, it's really hysterical.
Like
'cause
that's
the kids are
that's what
like,
I want to see. That's the kind of stuff that'll make me
feel the
laugh.
groove.
A teacher just drop kicking an 8-year-old.
Yep, it's hysterical.
So bad.
Yeah. It's like in Monty Python and the Meaning of Life when all the children are in the rugby match and they just get the shit kicked out of them. You ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I love the life of Brian. Have
that's
you ever
just
seen the life of
priceless.
Brian, Nicole? Brian
No.
plays the next door neighbor of Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I hear about that.
Can't you
stuff, and
be
I
more
think of-
like your friend Jesus?
I
Yeah.
always think of the opening scene in Zombieland when the mom is trying to drive the minivan and all the kids from the birthday party, the
Oh
little
my
princess
God,
dresses,
this
are
is-
like all zombified and chasing her, and she's dragging them through the street. It's
Speaking
hysterical.
of the best opening scene, I mean, that For Whom the Bell Tolls, like that whole opening of Zombieland is,
Fantastic.
One
The
of
whole
my
thing
favorites.
is
and the
fantastic.
stripper running down the street and the pasties are popping. I mean,
Yep. Yep.
But
Become a
that-
human
that-
Happy Meal. Yep.
oh,
That was a good pick, Olin. That was good. That's on my list. I'm gonna watch that.
yeah.
Mhm. That is a good one.
Clint,
Yes.
you're up.
Didn't he take cooties, or is
I
that
did do cooties.
Was that your next pick, or?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Did I put it on the list?
you
I
did?
put it on the list.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you were going.
Well,
to,
it came from Olin, but he
fix it. Yeah, and then Olin.
I mean, I
decided
could
to
give you
pick
another one
cooties.
if you want, but
Yeah,
that was my pick.
that
was
was
just-
going to be your next pick.
Yeah, I was just
Oh,
throwing it out
okay.
there because he had put it in the comments.
We held
Oh,
them.
Yeah,
okay.
I held it.
All right. Um, I'm gonna go with a classic, a very mainstream one. And if somebody says the word zombies when I refer to this movie, I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm going with 28 Days Later.
That's on my list too.
Because
I
I have
love that
had this
movie.
argument with so many people. They're not zombies.
It's not.
They're
It's a rage
infected. There's a
virus.
difference. Yes, it's a virus. It's not zombies. But 28 Days Later was it's at the time I saw it in the theater,
Terrifying.
and I'll be honest, I got a little bit of a headache during some scenes, um, just because of the way it was shot. Like
One
mainly
of the
the
first
attack
movies I
scenes.
remember with full frontal male nudity on a
That is
mainstream
true.
movie.
But it also had, and I still go back to this scene, and I don't know why, but it just for some reason I thought it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. When the camera, I'm assuming everybody's seen it.
Hmm.
Okay. After Cillian Murphy escapes and he's trying to get back into the compound to rescue the girls, and it's pouring rain, and the one soldier's trying to find him, and he's hiding behind the truck, and the camera pans, just a slow pan, and all you see is Cillian Murphy standing there frozen, like hiding from the soldier. I just thought it was one of the most beautiful things. Like I got like the
It's
hair
a
on the back of my
chilling
neck
movie.
stood
Yeah.
up. It was a very chilling scene, and like I said, it lasted 3 seconds, but it was amazing, and everything about this movie is amazing. The
I knew that
casting,
guy.
Brendan Gleeson, I love Brendan
I
Gleeson.
love Brendan Gleeson.
I like it scared me, it startled me, it was again realistically terrifying, and I got choked up. Like to cry in a horror movie is rare for anyone, but this one when Brendan Gleeson, when that fucking blood dropped in his eye, I was just like, my only thought was, God, his daughter is gonna watch this.
Hmm. No, it was very
Yeah.
heartbreaking. It was
When he
like I
when
said,
he
it's
just,
hard when a horror movie. You're right. When a horror movie makes you cry, like
it's good.
song that
Yeah.
we brought up earlier. Like
Oh
I,
fuck.
I mean, that movie
Yeah.
was emotional. It really was a wreck.
I was hysterical, gasping, sobbing, snot,
Mhm.
crying,
Tell everyone, bring
hysterical.
the tissues, man.
But yeah, this one, like, and when he just turned around and said, "Remember, I love you. Just remember, I love you." When he's talking to his, I'm like, "Oh
Mm.
God, here we go."
Hmm.
And then he started twitching, and
Bring
that
the
was it. I was like, done. And then that's when the soldiers come in and just blow him away
Yeah.
while his daughter watches.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic movie.
I've
Fantastic.
been telling myself for a while that I need to rewatch that.
Yeah, it's just that scene when he's standing against the truck. I don't know why I am so fascinated with this scene. I just am. I just love the panning on that, and like I said, the cinematography and the colors they use are. Yeah,
It gives you the little hairs on the back of your neck.
Yeah.
it does. The back of it does, just to see him frozen against the truck, and then the soldier comes around the corner and he's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. This is one of those movies that got you used to brutality early.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. It opened brutally.
because it had, he wakes up in the hospital and he's basically the only one there, and he's just like
Hmm.
roaming the streets wondering what the hell's
Hmm.
going on.
Hello,
And
is anyone there? I can't
yeah,
imagine.
and links up with those couple of people who like
Selena.
break into that store, to
Hmm.
like hide inside and like have candy bars for dinner.
Yep.
And I guess the one dude like gets cut or bitten or something like that, and
Hmm.
he's like, "Oh no, it's not what you
Yeah.
think." And then she just hacks the
She just
shit out of
hacks the
him,
shit out of him.
before he has a chance to turn. And it's like,
He got infected.
What did you
I would
do?
at least wait until somebody started to turn just to make sure.
yeah,
I
yeah,
wouldn't do it that quick.
yeah,
But yeah, Selena was a great character, though. She was
yeah,
a fantastic character because she came off in the beginning as very cold and survival, and she'll kill anybody that gets in her way.
yeah,
And by the end of the movie, she becomes maternal towards Brendan Gleeson's daughter. When they're in the military base and they realize what's going to happen, the soldiers are planning to rape them, basically. and she starts shoving pills down the girl's throat, and she's like, "Are
Yeah.
you trying to kill me?" And she's like, "No, I'm making it so you don't care." Like she was trying to make her numb so she didn't remember that she was about to be gang raped, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, awful.
Yeah, fucking horrible.
Yeah.
The human race, I'll tell you what.
Oh, you gotta love them, right? That's why I never
It's
leave.
illegal to shoot them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only illegal if you get caught.
That's all right.
Not that I've ever done that. Yeah, it was just great cast, great cinematography.
One I haven't watched in a while. I should pop that one in.
So good. So fucking good.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And the way he changes too. When he wakes up in the hospital bed
From
and
the
he's
beginning,
like this scrawny, scruffy, kind of nerdy, and by the end he's shirtless in the rain with a buzz cut and just working it. Like,
yeah, he's one of those
character
like,
does a
strangely
180.
super hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're back to me, huh?
I think we might be.
I'm going to go with an 80s classic. How about Night of the Creeps? The good news is your dates are here. The bad news is they're dead.
That's exactly what just went through my head when you said the title.
So good. It's Jason Lively, Tom Atkins. I don't know if anybody else is in it that I remember. They're the only two I remember.
Alan Kaiser.
Yeah. What an interesting role for Tom Atkins there. Like
thrill me.
Yeah, he's a guy who clearly doesn't want to be around anymore. I mean, that one scene is pretty impactful where like he's just sitting there having a drink and like someone's knocking at the door and he's getting like super pissed off about it. And he just reluctantly gets up and he like just pulls his duct tape off the seam of the door, you know. And he was sitting there with like the gas from his stove just like leaking into the apartment. I was like, what the fuck?
I didn't remember Stan Snyder was in this movie.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
Yeah. And I've had a crush on Alan Kaiser since Mama's Family first aired.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He played, what's his name?
Bubba.
Not Bubba. I was going to say Bud, but I knew that was wrong.
Yep. Bubba Harper.
He was at Chiller last year or something.
He was. Well, he was at one of them. Yeah, I wanted to go.
I didn't go, yeah. But good movie. Good cast. Fun time.
Oh, yeah. Night of the Creeps. It's got Joe Whitlow in it.
Yes.
And this is that thing that I talked about before. You guys saw that Friday the 13th fan film called Victim No More?
Yes, I love that one, actually.
Yeah, Jill plays a psychiatrist in that movie.
Oh, yeah, she's Dr. Cynthia something or other.
Cynthia Romero, huh?
Duh, yes, okay.
Which was a nod to this movie. Because they had...
Because her name is Cynthia in this movie. Interesting.
Yeah, well, the other character's name was Romero. So, like, the dude. And hers was different. What was her name in this movie? Son of a bitch. I should know this.
In which movie are we talking about now?
Night of the Creeps.
Oh, for Night of the Creeps, she was Cynthia.
Come on.
Who was Romero?
There was the last name.
Was that Jason Lively's character? Was his name Romero or?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, so IMDb doesn't put their last names on here, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
But yeah, her last name was not Romero in that movie, but it's Romero in
Victim No
More. And
which I genuinely enjoyed.
Yeah. And I know you caught the end credit scene in that where she's having the phone conversation about that was the tip off, how they knew that he was going to Crystal Lake, like the therapist called. So she got on the phone in that end credit sequence and said, yeah, he's leaving. That's where he's going. You know, no, he didn't say anything about that. And then she goes, my flamethrower? Yeah, you can borrow it. Just bring it back with a full tank. So that was also a reference to Night of the Creeps.
I did not put that together
Yeah.
at the time. That's hysterical. I love that. That's a whole other layer right there.
Exactly. So
I love it.
Yeah. That Bob
Fun movie.
Heckman. He's a slick one.
He's a slick one.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I knew a couple people in that film. That was a fun time.
Yeah. I like that one a lot, and I don't think it has enough views.
Amy Steele was the narrator. I don't know if I knew that before. I probably did.
At the very end, when they pan away from, the where they have Jason surrounded and they like just go up to the sky level, there's some narration there. That's Amy Steele. And then the phone call, like the voicemail to the kid, whatever his name was, I can't remember, Robbie or something. That was
Robbie.
Yeah. Damn it. Who did that? That was the final girl from Friday Part 4. Damn it.
Oh, Kimberly Beck.
Yes.
That was
Kimberly Beck played his mother.
the final chapter you're talking about. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you now.
Yeah. So
My
yeah,
brain goes a little weird when we start talking Friday the 13th because I think I still have PTSD from us doing beginning to end.
Yeah. You watching all those movies with Ryan.
We started at 7 a.m. and went through till probably almost midnight. Got through all of them. I ended up tapping out halfway through the remake.
Oh, yeah.
I stayed through Freddy versus Jason, but halfway through the remake, I had to work in the morning, and I was just like, no, I didn't have to work. It was Saturday, but I had to get up early for something stupid that I didn't want to go to.
I'd have made an excuse too not to watch the remake.
Not to watch the remake.
Yeah. It's not my favorite.
No.
I don't hate it.
And less about the Freddy character and more about that actress that makes me fucking crazy. Oh no, that's Freddy versus Jason. That's Monica Keena, right?
Yeah. And that one I'm shocked so many people are split on. I actually like that one.
It's fun, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's a good movie.
Yeah.
But it's a fun time. And as we know from our friend Ryan Joyner, the two don't have to meet. They don't have to be a good movie.
They don't.
Movie.
Yeah.
And entertaining.
I enjoy it.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we're back to you, my friend.
We are. I got some weird ones on my list, but I think I'll
after 9.
Yeah.
I've been saving the weird ones for after 9. Although, some of the more common ones nobody's brought up, which I like. I think we all go for the ones that are weirder than just the regular cabin fever.
Yeah, I have my that was first on my list,
it's
but
on
I
my
wasn't
list,
bringing it up.
But
yeah, I have my after 9 list too.
Okay.
And it's after 9.
Just because they're questionable.
Yeah. I mean, surprisingly, I had a few old school things on my list, which that doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah.
You had a lot of old school ones on your list.
Yeah. I do have another one on here, but
I have a couple more old school ones.
You know what? Maybe I'll throw it out there.
Okay.
Do it.
I'll just say this one's for Mike, since he's such a Vincent Price fan.
Yes.
The Tingler.
Mask of the Red Death.
Oh, good one.
How do you not
I do love that movie and that story and that episode and everything else.
Yeah, that such a cool story. I mean, even the short story itself, the Poe original. I mean, that's the thing I know best.
Yeah, same.
And it's so cool to have the imagery of that, and knowing that it's like there's a literal plague, going on in a particular kingdom, and some rich folks just lock themselves into a castle.
Have a party.
And they're like, we're just gonna throw a party and wait for all the peasants to die,
After luck.
But somebody crashed the party.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it is a great story, and like you were saying, every iteration that I've seen of it, whether it be in Fall of the House of Usher or it be, I saw the live at the Speakeasy, the Poe. People were getting up and reading or acting out his plays, but I
Yeah.
love
That was
And
the
this-
first thing that came to my mind was Fall of the House of Usher.
it. So damn good.
So good.
And this story crops up, in weird places sometimes. Like other like other people will use it as something in their own works, and they'll even credit it as being that. Like the
Came
weirdest
up
one,
a lot during COVID, actually.
yeah, the weirdest one that I can remember. Shit, what was the name of that? It was a book. I didn't bother watching the miniseries because I knew they were going to fuck it up. Damn it. No, I can't remember. It's a Dan Simmons book.
I think I'm contagious to you.
No,
With the lack of memory skills.
The Terror. Okay.
Okay.
So-
Oh,
Anybody remember The Terror? The book's
I
great.
do.
Book is so good. It's about it's a fictional story about a real event. So England would send, an expedition every so many years to try to discover the Northwest Passage, which is just a passageway through the ice of like the Arctic. And every time it would fail, they'd either turn back and come home or something terrible would happen. This was no different. Something terrible happened, but they incorporated Inuit folklore in this story. So it,
I feel like I saw the miniseries.
you probably did. And you think of the creature in this story as being kind of like a polar bear, but it's really not. It's an Inuit legend. I think of it like Yeti, or like a supernatural, like spiritual thing. And that's kind of how they describe it. But the dudes on the two ships, the Terror and the Erebus, I think it was, because they're trapped in the ice and they're looking for things to do. They put on like a masquerade type party that is essentially based on the Mask of the Red Death. And like out on the ice, and they put up they made these like fabric type rooms and things like that were different colors.
Cool.
Like, it's awesome.
That's fantastic.
Not that I gave you that long-winded explanation.
Well done, sir.
The Terror is a good story, and like I feel like I don't read a lot of books a second time. I feel like I would go back and read that one again.
Yeah.
I'll put it on the list.
Yeah.
I love a list.
Mm-hmm. So there you have it.
Awesome.
Where you want to go?
All right, I'm going to go with one of my After 9 questionable ones that is recent, and I just saw it recently, and it is a found footage. And I guess it could count because it starts with a disease type thing. I'm going to go with Affliction.
Oh.
I think that
Everybody's
that's on my list,
seen
so
it.
I feel like that
Everybody's
counts.
seen it. This movie.
Did you see
I
this
was-
one, Clint?
It sounds
It's
familiar,
the
but I
Spanish
don't
movie, right?
know.
Is this one Spanish?
No, it's
It's English.
Oh, where is it? It's
Is it the one from 1997?
2021. No, that's not it.
it's more recent. That's not it. Oh
I'm
my
looking
god.
for the.
Am I saying the
it's
wrong
Afflicted,
movie?
I think. I think it's,
Afflicted. I'm
yeah, I
sorry.
think we did this last time.
Look at
too. It's
my dumbass.
2013.
Afflicted.
Yes, this is a very good.
Yes, Afflicted. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
No, we did this the last time this movie came out. We did the same thing.
Movie.
okay.
But what a good movie.
I was all excited with this story.
Trust me, it's a good movie, even if we don't know what it's called. It's about two best friends that go on a trip of a lifetime thing, and then
'Cause
one of them gets
has like a
afflicted.
brain, what do you call it? Not an aneurysm, but something's wrong with his brain, and
Yeah.
he's like,
A brain disease, that would
One of
say.
them
Yes.
gets infectorated.
they get
Infectorated,
infectorated,
squelchingly
Yes.
affectorated.
and
Yeah.
he becomes very villainy,
Oh, okay.
and
It's like not quite zombie, but it's
I
Yeah.
felt more as vampire
Yeah. Is
because
it
they have
moist
to kill and drink blood
at
to
all?
live. I'm sorry, Clint?
Does he become moist at
He
all?
becomes very moist.
And
Yes.
squelching. And villainy.
And it was
is-
terrifying. I mean, where was I? I think I was in the Poconos when I saw this, and it was dark, and it scared the shit out of me. A lot of jumpy scenes, and the main guy. I mean, the whole cast was great. But Derek Lee, was just fantastic, and I really enjoyed this. But yeah, I saw it as a vampire movie. Because they get bit, and it takes a while for them to turn. They like become sick, like they start acting weird, and and it is all found footage. His friend is recording everything, and it's just he starts to get super strength and all this stuff. But they had some really good creepy fucking underground scenes. Like it was, I would highly recommend this.
Yeah, I do too. It's a good flick.
Yeah, like he meets some random girl in a club and goes home with her, and the next morning he's infected. Which was never supposed to happen. She meant to kill him, but she didn't.
Huh.
He was, left alive accidentally.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I may have to look for this.
Definitely watch it if you can. It was very, very good.
Nice.
All right. What do I choose next? Actually, so this one also kind of came up in one of our past talks, but I just rewatched it again recently, and it's a damn good movie. Have you both seen Pontypool?
I've not. I've been meaning to.
You've
talked about this before.
You really need to watch this movie. Stephen McCaddy is fantastic at everything he does. I don't even know. I mean, it's a very Canadian movie. I don't know any of the other actors in it, but basically there's a virus that takes over this town, and it seems to be transmitted through spoken word. And not necessarily by droplets, but by actual sound. And everybody sort of loses their shit. And it's just a really good movie. And it's really a lot of fun. And it's the middle of a snowstorm in Ontario. So it's like you've got this whole they're sort of snowed into the radio station, and he's one of these like shock jock sort of guys, and he might be the only one that can save the world if he can figure out how to break the virus, as it were. Nicole, did you say you saw this one?
I have not yet. I actually was talking to Jim about this whole subject, and he gave me a list of movies, and that was on it. And I was really like, good. I know, and it sounded familiar, and I'm like, Abby said something about this.
I think
I meant to watch it. I meant to watch it this week. I did not have time, but it is on my list to watch.
The main girl in it, I'm looking her up now because she's so familiar looking. I don't know what I've seen her in. Her name is Lisa Houle, Houle. And I don't know if she just has one of those faces, or I'm looking right now to see what she's done, because I don't know. She looks way too familiar. I know her from nothing. She just has a face like that. She was in the show. One episode. Never mind. That won't help. She was in Haven one episode. That must be it. But yeah, good movie. I recommend it a lot. Like I said, that Stephen McCaddy is he's just such a good actor. You can hang on every word he's saying.
He is, yeah.
Awesome.
Mint.
All right. After Pontypool, I'm gonna go weird.
Yay.
Good. We like weird.
I'm gonna go with District 9.
Mm.
It's a good movie.
It
And
is a
you're
good
right,
movie.
it becomes they learn how to, because the guy gets sprayed with it and then becomes one of the aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's a
Nicole,
good-
have you seen District 9?
I have.
Okay.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Not a fan. Sorry.
No.
No.
Oh, I saw that in the movies. I love that.
I
really
only
did.
saw it once when it came out, so I probably should give it another try. But from what I remember, it was just too
Well, I mean, it's
upsetting
really,
for me.
yeah, it's really
You know,
more a
it
movie
was
about
too-
apartheid than it is about
Yeah, that's
know,
what
aliens.
I don't like
but
about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's South
But-
Africa. And
Yeah, I don't like watching stuff like that.
Yeah, it was done. I felt it was done really well. I liked the way it was written.
and the
You
guy
know-
that played Murdoch in the remake of the A-Team is the main guy in it.
Oh yeah?
Although he looks so completely different when he's playing that little, mousy dickhead from District 9, but
Yeah.
he plays Mad Dog Murdoch in the remake.
Yeah, I think he also had a role in what was that?
The robot one?
Damn it. Was it Elysium?
Yes, he was in Elysium with
Matt Damon.
Dylan. Wow,
Yeah. Yeah.
that went on my butt.
Like he's a very distinct looking person. And it's like you don't confuse him for anybody else. You know what I mean? When you see him. And as soon as I saw him, I was like, is that the dude from District 9? You know, and I was like, it has to be. Like nobody else looks
Nobody
like
else
this
had that face.
guy. Yeah. But yeah, I really thought this was a cool movie. And I was on the fence about it. I was like, oh god, it's gonna be one of those really shitty low budget movies. And I had picked up like a DVD somewhere. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll give it a try. I was drawn in, captivated, like almost right away. And the storyline was cool. You know, that more or less it was like it was almost like a shipwreck, you know, where the alien spacecraft just like hovering
Alien
above
Nation.
a
Yeah.
town, yeah. And they ultimately finally got inside the thing and realized that they were dying inside. And they instead of being afraid of them, they had sympathy for them and basically put up a little town, you know, like allowed them to live outside.
Put them in the projects.
town. Yeah. Yeah.
Kill each other, have fun.
Yeah.
Didn't they eat cat food or something? I forget what they ate. Something
I don't-
weird.
That I
Cat
don't
food or
remember.
something.
Yeah, I'm sure they ate weird shit, but yeah, the one guy was like a reporter / like documentarian or something like that, and he was like just trying to look at the conditions down there. Oh wait, no,
He
wasn't.
worked for the for the state or the
Yeah, he was like
the
trying to do
government.
like a census or something
yeah,
like that.
and he
Yeah.
wasn't a good guy. He was a
No.
racist. Racist against aliens.
Yeah, he didn't care for him.
Yeah.
And he didn't care for his job a whole lot. Didn't have a whole lot of sympathy for
No,
him.
he's a pretty miserable son of a bitch, wasn't he?
Yeah. But
And then slowly being turned into the thing he hates the most was liked
exactly. That's what made it cool.
it.
So the fact that he was able to be essentially infected and turned into one of these aliens very slowly over the course of this movie is what makes me describe this as a sickness.
I think so.
Disease.
I think it fits.
It was a good
Okay.
movie. It was well written. It was a good. It was just I can't watch stuff like that. It was just very
Understood.
difficult to watch. I don't like that lack of humanity.
Yeah. It's
thing.
depressing. Yeah.
Yes. It just pisses me off. I want to reach through the screen and kill every one of those fuckers. Like that's why I don't like watching it. It's just too upsetting. Like it makes my stomach turn.
Because it's too
Yeah.
close to reality, I think. sometimes.
Exactly. Because that is probably what would happen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
More than likely.
That's why I brought up Alien Nation. I loved the
love
movie and the TV show.
I love both too. I love Alien Nation.
I've been wanting to
Love
like
it.
rewatch that, take a trip down memory lane or something.
Yeah, I'd love to meet
Yeah.
Mandy Patinkin.
Ah,
How great would that be?
Amazing.
that would be
All right.
awesome.
Mm-hmm. I'm going with another one of my after 9 ones because I asked about this in the chat earlier.
Okay.
If vampires could be included, and I'm going to say yes if they can be cured in the movie. So I'm going to go with Near Dark.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, he becomes a
Yeah.
vampire and then gets a blood transfusion, and he's well again.
Mhm.
So the vampireness, there's
It's a
another word for it.
sickness. It
It was like a virus. Yeah,
It's a virus.
yeah. It's not the old school vampires where they're, technically the living dead.
No, but
Yeah.
I mean, technically that works too when you think about it. One of the show I was thinking about rewatching, or I only started and never finished, was The Strain.
Okay.
And I thought like that would be fitting for this too because it's a contagion.
Yeah, yeah. And it's
So
Bill Paxton and fucking Lance Henriksen and Tim Thomerson. That's perfect right there.
yeah, it's great.
It's a perfect vampire movie.
You've got what's his name?
When the kid, holy
Homer,
crap,
what's-
when the kid is just running outside. Oh my
fire.
god. And
That's
putting the
Miller.
tinfoil up on the walls. Yeah.
Joshua Miller,
Yep.
who's the son of Father Damien Karras in The Exorcist.
Yep. And brother to Jason Patrick.
Jason Patrick, yep.
But yeah, it's great. The whole thing is great. I love them. Like I said, I love them putting the tinfoil up on the windows of the van, trying to block out the sun, and and Bill Paxton is just. I don't think he played a villain often enough. I really don't.
He's so good at it.
He's so good at being bad. He
Yeah.
really is.
Mhm.
That's a
It
man
just,
I miss.
amazing classic flick.
Agreed.
Nice.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
And we are after 9.
We are.
So I found this movie I've never heard of before, and I watched it this week for this because when I was doing searches of like something to get ideas for, this kept coming up in it, and I'm willing to go with it. It's called All Jacked Up and Full of Worms. Has anybody heard of this?
No. But it
No,
sounds
it
amazing.
sure is.
Let me just read you the little, it's like a 1-line blurb on IMDb. 2 strangers get hooked on worms and slither into the primordial ooze. Basically, if you consume these worms, they're like doing LSD, basically. So people are found out they're getting high off these worms and just like tripping their balls off. And and they made some people go a little crazy, and it was a weird movie. I don't even know what to. Like I said, it was an after 9 pick for sure. But
Here's my question:
there's so many.
They get hooked on worms like a drug. How do they? I don't know if I want to know. How do they ingest the
Oh,
worm?
they eat them.
Okay,
Yeah, it's gross.
it's on Tubi apparently.
Yes,
Huh?
that's where I watched it. Oh no, I think I watched it on Prime. It's on
Ay.
Yeah, it's kind of low budget. It's interesting.
Nothing wrong with low budget at
No,
all.
Right.
it's fun.
I have issues with eating more.
I mean, yeah, it's a little gross. But the things I do for these hangouts.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, all
Sure,
jacked up
sure.
and full of worms. I don't know that it would be one I would necessarily recommend, but it was odd.
Yeah.
And I watched it, so now I need to tell you about it.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And you have to put in your age to watch the trailer.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
This video is not intended for all audiences. And I hate that I have to scroll in the year of my birth like one.
Oh, that
fucking
pisses
Wheel
me
of
off.
Fortune.
Let me type it in, damn it.
Spinning and spinning and spinning.
I'm getting dizzy scrolling through that.
Yeah, looking for my birth year. Jesus. Okay.
Well, Worms are most certainly squelchingly moist.
Yes,
Yes, they are.
squelchingly
Mhm.
moist.
Oh God.
Um, I'm going to give you one that
Okay.
maybe did not necessarily occur to everyone. Prometheus.
The alien one.
Hmm.
That
I
would not have occurred to me.
I don't know if you recall in that
Mhm.
movie that they find that that cave
Mm-hmm.
and they are collecting samples,
Mm-hmm.
and the android collected a sample, and as he examined it, he realized it was a very small organism,
Yep. No, I
um,
think that counts.
which he injected into that dude's alcohol, and basically gave him it to drink to see what would happen.
Just to see
Mhm.
what would happen.
Yeah, and
You want aliens because that's how you get aliens.
ultimately he got very sick, and I think they killed him when he started acting funky, and they wouldn't let him back on the ship.
Mhm.
Um,
They wouldn't.
but he had relations with the female character at one point, and she was growing an alien being.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I did
Yeah.
see that movie only once, but I liked it. Got a lot of flack, but I liked that movie.
I liked it. I know that I'm in a minority with that. A lot of people do not like that movie.
Yeah, I went in thinking I wouldn't like it because of everything I heard, but ended up enjoying it. So maybe it was the fact that I went in with no expectation, but I
Yeah.
liked it.
And I have my own issues with this movie, and it's not.
Michael
Um,
Fassbender.
yes, yeah, he
He's a
played.
handsome man.
Yeah, he played the android
Yeah.
or the synthetic.
Hmm.
Yeah, my issue with this movie was the technology, the way it looked. Because if this is supposed to be a prequel to Alien,
Alien, yeah.
then their stuff looked way too modern.
Did my closet door just open by itself?
Sure did.
What? I wasn't watching. Seriously?
Okay.
You want
Seriously.
to cover?
Probably.
I did see that. I was wondering if there was a cat or something.
No, yeah, I was gonna say no animal there.
No
Yeah.
animal there. Nope.
Huh.
Just tell it to leave you alone. That usually works.
No, I don't. I got Bella's right here. I got no worries.
Got
Yeah.
no worries.
It's probably the same one that she barks at that's living in the ceiling.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's annoying too because and I don't live with dogs anymore, but yeah, they know. And
Yeah.
sometimes, like I had my dog one time on the edge of my bed barking at my door, of my bedroom door.
Mhm.
And I was upstairs, like my parents were downstairs. I had the upstairs, and he was just on my bed barking. And I had a big pool stick in my room, and I go to like be the person you shouldn't be, which is to go inspect. And the dog wouldn't go in front of me. He came behind me and was pushing his nose against the back of my legs. And I'm like, fuck this. I'm going back to bed. Get under my covers. The dog
Yeah,
was
there's something living in my ceiling light apparently that she snarls at, but
Oh,
yeah, I just saw that. I just saw it open on camera. Oh well, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
little creepy.
A little bit. Prometheus. I liked Prometheus, but I can find just about any part of any alien movie likable in the series. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
there's always something in all of them that I will love. You know,
Yeah.
not all of them are. You know, some are better than others, but
Yeah,
I love Alien. I love the whole series.
I think Covenant is probably my least favorite. I put that behind Resurrection.
Wow.
Look at Ryan. Somewhere his ears are ringing.
Yeah. I was waiting to see him pop back on just to argue this.
Just to
Yeah.
argue.
Yeah. Did someone say Resurrection?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved
Trick or
it.
treat, motherfucker. Oh, wait.
It was a fun fucking movie. It was a fun movie. I'm sorry. It was.
What's that? Resurrection?
Resurrection.
Yeah.
Okay.
I liked it.
Yeah. Covenant
Mhm.
is I don't know. It was too apparent to me what was going on. You know,
Right.
and I don't like a movie where I know what's happening almost every step of the way.
I
know?
hate that.
Yeah.
You're like, listen, I'm not that smart. I should not be able to
Yeah.
figure this out so
I
quick.
shouldn't be able to guess your plot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel you.
And I have.
That's how I feel with M. Night, like there
Yeah.
has to be some element of surprise and twist in there,
Yeah.
What a twist.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh.
Prometheus.
Prometheus. I'll leave it there.
Yay. All right, I am going to go with I have to go with the remake because I never saw the original.
Okay.
One of my favorites, who has one of my all-time favorite actresses in it, who's on my list. I'm gonna go with The Crazies from
Oh, that's
2010.
on my list too.
I love
That was going to be my
love
one.
this movie. I love this movie. Rhoda Mitchell can do no wrong. And like I said, Timothy Olyphant again.
I love
And
it.
it's a fun movie. It's a scary movie. It's a creepy movie. The scene when when the two girls are both tied to the gurneys, and this motherfucker comes in dragging the pitchfork.
It's
terrifying.
from like the opening when the guy comes out on the kids' ball field and they have to shoot
Yeah.
him dead on the ball. Like you never saw the original?
No, I
Speaking
never saw the
of
original.
Lynn Lowry's in that also.
Oh,
I
okay.
just watched that again, the original last week for this, just because,
It's just so good. The mother and the son hiding in the closet, the upstairs closet, and the father just sets the whole house on fire. Oh my god.
it's a
And the whole truck stand, the truck stop scene, and the ending when they finally get out and they're headed towards it and they're just like nuke it.
mhm.
It's
bleak.
fantastic.
She loves her bleak endings.
I love my bleak. I do. I love my bleak
Right.
endings.
Yep.
Yep.
No, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did attempt to watch the original at one point. And even that's a tough watch. Boy, they did a little bit more, I would say even a little bit more brutal things in the original than they did in the remake. Because one of the things that when the remake was done that they would not have included was, Lynn Lowry's character in the original was basically raped by her father.
Okay.
Yeah. So like they did not do that in the remake. And that was kind of like a taboo subject that they had no intentions of recreating. But the remake, I thought it was cool that they brought Lynn back for like a small part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where she's riding around on a bicycle, singing a hymn and,
That was Lynn Lowry?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't realize that was her.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
And Brett Wagner was in that too. The Lost Leatherface. He was the big
yeah, in the truck stop.
tall zombie, in the mechanics bay. Yeah.
Did he have a chainsaw? No, that was sorry.
I think he had a big wrench. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chainsaw, that was the other movie.
And I think one of the most underrated actors out there is Joe Anderson. I really do. He was so good at that, especially when he started to act weird. Like they were going through.
The guy that played the father at the beginning, the one on the field.
No. The deputy.
Oh, the young guy. Okay.
Who sacrifices himself at the end.
Yes. He's from Across the Universe.
Great.
I like him.
He's great. He was in Outsiders, which was a very short-lived TV series that I fucking loved. 2 seasons and that was it, gone. But yeah, I think the cast in this movie is great. And Rhoda Mitchell is just... Huh?
Did you ever see Across the Universe, the Beatles movie? Well,
no.
It's a musical, so Adam will hate it, but Ryan loves it. But it's all based on Beatles music, and he's in that. He's got a beautiful voice.
Oh, okay.
And he's very sexy.
He's great. And, I know I've said her name 4,000 times. Rhoda Mitchell is just
Mitchell.
the most beautiful woman on the planet. I love her. She's
She looks
fucking
like
gorgeous.
Olivia Diabo when she was young, but
Yeah, she does. She does.
yeah.
Yeah, she's on my list.
It's a good list to have.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's English. He's from the UK, and I genuinely enjoy Joe Anderson. So
Okay.
I'm stuck there for a minute.
Yep. My
Mm-mm-mm.
fans are crazy.
But
Just
Timothy
shut
Olyphant
it.
is my man.
Is the light come? There we go.
Oh, we barking at the light again.
Uh-huh.
Want some
I should
sage?
leave you in the room now. I have some.
Where you go, bitch?
Something's visiting tonight. I don't know what, but whatever.
Yeah.
All good.
Oh, it's
All
good.
right.
I don't
Well,
care.
this next one, I don't know if either of you would have seen. The movie is very good, but the subject matter at the beginning is a little rough. But it's a movie called Contracted. Has anybody seen this movie? It's
I
from
don't think so.
2013. And it is a young woman who gets drugged and raped at a party.
No, then I have not seen it.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what I said. The beginning's hard, but basically she thinks she contracted an STD, but yeah, it's not that.
What is it? Oh God.
Well,
What is
it's she changed it. Like it's kind of like if you take Afflicted and The Fly sort of in one.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean she got it from.
She turns into a vampire fly?
Well, she turns it to something. I mean, she just basically, the way they describe it on IMDb
Is
is
Caroline
Will
Williams?
begin noticing rapid and drastic organic changes in her body, unable to pinpoint the origin of the dramatic transformation. Within the next 72 hours, she will embrace her gruesome and pitiless fate, as well as the certainty that she is falling apart, literally. But yeah, it's just a weird.
Oh, it's a body horror. It looks
Yeah.
like a Cronenberg movie, but Caroline Williams is in it.
Yes, and I love
she's pulling her teeth out. Okay.
Yeah, it's
If I
kind
can
of
get past the opening, I'm pretty sure I would like this.
Yeah, and again, I don't think they show. I don't remember it being very. Some movies I have to block because the graphic
Right.
stuff, but
Yeah, I can't watch that. She
Yeah.
has a very unique look.
yeah, she does.
Najara Townsend?
Najara Townsend.
Najara? Is that how you say it? She's stunning. Holy crap.
She's not
I
ugly.
might look into this.
I mean, the movie. It was a good. I saw this movie years ago. I think I saw it probably when it first came out. It's on Prime now, I think, but maybe only on AMC. Oh, it's on Tubi.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, if I can get through the beginning, I'll be good.
But yeah, the body horror.
Those worms, oh my God.
She doesn't need any worms. I don't know. I don't think. It's been a while. But
Not your average one night.
I guess not.
Oh, that's great. Okay. I'm putting it on my list. I'll take a look at it.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a crazy trailer.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a again, I don't like body horror. It's just kind of gross, but it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clint.
Well, I have a tendency to like to watch things that are boat themed or ocean type stuff.
You like
Now
the vastness of being in the middle of nowhere?
I don't know what it is.
Hmm.
I really think it's mostly boats, but so sometimes I'm not really taken in by things that take place completely underwater. But a good boat story, I have a tendency to like that. You mix it with the horror genre or something like that, and I'm in. So Sea Fever.
My brother told me about that one. I haven't watched it yet.
Okay. It's a little weak. If I'm being honest with you. It's I don't think it comes off as scary as they would have liked it to have. It's like a research vessel, I believe, and these folks are out, in some section of the ocean. I don't remember exactly where,
Mhm.
and they get kind of like hung up, um, which should not happen. In the vastness of the ocean, there shouldn't be anything to get you hung up because it's very deep, right?
Mm-hmm.
This was a deep underwater creature, almost plant-like in its nature, that like attached itself to the boat.
Squelchingly.
Yeah, yeah. To the point where it's like they couldn't even remove it because if they did, the boat would leak everywhere that it had attached itself.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
terrifying.
exactly.
that's why boats
So,
scare me.
yeah, and then so like some things happen to at least one person of the crew who takes a shower
Right.
and ultimately gets like some microbe infestation in his body and some weird things happening to him. Yeah. So yeah, he got it from the shower, and then they had to figure out why. So they found out that the sea creature had infiltrated their water filtration system, so they couldn't even like get clean water.
How
Um,
annoying.
yeah,
my
yeah.
God. I'm gonna think
So
about this every time I take a shower.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
But
my
you like
God.
boat movies? Did you ever see? It's not related to the topic, but just for you. Did you ever see Triangle?
Yes,
It
I
was
like
good.
that one. I like that one a
And I
lot.
think it was Melissa George is in the same family with that Rod Mitchell and Olivia Diabo. They could all be sisters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But all right, that
yeah,
just popped in my head when you said you liked boat movies.
yeah. Oh, Triangle's different.
Yeah,
Like like once you watch it one time and
you
the
know the
and it's spoiled for you, it doesn't have the same charm the second time around. But I mean, the first time going through it, it's like, oh shit,
Nicole. Have you seen that one?
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
You might
This
like that.
She
Sea
actively
fever was
avoids
this.
boat movies.
I don't actively avoid them. I avoid boat movies where you're taking a shower and something can swim up your kuka and infect you.
Oh yeah.
But
Well, in this case, it was through the eyes, but
oh, that's okay. That I can watch. I
yeah,
can't
Eyes
watch
we can
the
handle.
other thing. I can't. If I
yeah,
have to
yeah.
cross my legs out of no.
Like that
Yeah.
movie Medicine Man with Sean Connery and Lorraine
Yes.
Bracco, where they talk about the little fish that fly.
Pandarua Aq from Anaconda. I will never get that scene out of my
Mm,
head when Eric Stoltz is talking about that thing that swims up your pee hole. No.
that's what he
Um,
talks about in Medicine Man too. I've
yeah,
been freaked out ever
no.
since.
That's why I don't go in natural water ever.
Hmm.
Mm,
Sea Fever, is that 2019?
Yes,
sounds
Okay.
right.
I know it
Because
was
there were a
newish.
couple
So
listed.
Hmm.
the picture, I remember the cover is the guy just like kind of spread eagle
Floating in
in
the
the
water.
water.
Yeah, it's a scuba diver. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm
yeah,
actually gonna put that on my list.
yeah. It's not bad, but like I said, it's a little weak, but it's pretty good story.
Okay.
Hmm. Anything else on your list?
Yes. I just have two left.
Okay.
And I was saving till after 9 because this one is not a standard horror movie. And it was mentioned earlier. I'm gonna go with Contagion
That is a good movie. That's
with
a good
Gwyneth
list too.
Paltrow and
Mhm.
the bat shit in the pig, and she shook the chef's hand. And this is why I carry handy wipes in my purse.
Yeah,
I would never shake somebody's hand and then go eat without washing my hands or at least wiping them off because this is the kind of shit that can happen.
Uh-huh.
And I've always been like this. This has nothing to do with COVID. I've always been a little nuts. But Contagion was fucking terrifying. It was realistically terrifying because this is the kind of shit that can happen, and the cast with, Kate Winslet and Matt Damon and was it Samuel L. Jackson or was it Lawrence Fishburne? I think it was Lawrence
Uh,
Fishburne. Jude Law, um,
Oh.
yeah. Everybody's
Lawrence
in that
Fishburne.
movie.
Yeah. John Hawkes, who I freaking love. I think he's so underrated. Um, again, realistically terrifying. They go to a restaurant, they meet the chef. He just had pork on his hands, and the pig was eating um, out of a
Absolutely.
trough or whatever, and the bats were hanging above, and the bats pooped on the food that the pigs were eating, and then the pigs got infected, and then the chef got infected, and it's the whole domino effect. And it was her death scene was very scary. And one thing, I love it when they kill kids in movies, just because I respect anybody who has the guts to do that.
It's
I do,
Right.
because it was always so rare. It was always such a
it's
taboo
taboo.
thing to kill a kid in a movie, and this one they just knock out a few of them, you know. And I think it's great that they do that.
Nobody saved George. Nobody
Yeah.
saved.
Yeah, and it's a great, scary, realistically scary movie. Or, it's similar to Outbreak, but
And
I
didn't it
enjoyed
come
it a lot.
out during the pandemic? I mean, I know it was made earlier, but I think
No, it
or was that
it
another
was
one?
made in 20. It was made in 2011.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow's death scene was just.
I remember
God,
being
I can't.
surprised that they killed her because you would think she would be a main character.
It was like in Scream
Mm-hmm.
when they had Drew Barrymore on the cover and they killed her in the first 5 minutes. They did
Yep.
the same thing here. Gwyneth Paltrow, top billing on the cover, and boom, she's dead in 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Which I'm okay with.
Yeah, yeah. It was. I like it when they do stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they show you. You don't realize. This is why I carry weapons. You don't realize everything you touch. Everything. Elevator buttons, handrails, gas pumps. Everything has something on it.
Oh my God. Grossest thing I ever saw.
I
Right.
can't touch it.
Was a subway or a bus going to New York City?
Oh,
and
Jesus.
It like licked the window, and I was like, "Bleh!" Like I vomited in my mouth. That was just so. That
Oh
was
my
so gross.
God. But yeah, you don't realize how much icky stuff is out there. How much
It's all
bacteria and disease is just clinging to everything in public. And I'm gonna be a freaking agoraphobic real soon because I don't want to go out there.
Because they're so peoply.
That's so peoply and so germy and so icky, and you don't think, you're in a store and you pick something up. Well, who had that in their hand before you? And then you pick up your phone and you're talking on your phone. It just, I see it in my
You
head.
see it go through like we
I
talked
see
about
everything
an
just
outbreak, like
spreading.
the little droplets going into.
Yep,
We
and
were-
it just
I-
spreads and multiplies and gets all over everything. And if I'm out in public and I
I'm
get
out.
into my car, first thing I do is wipe off my hands and my phone. I am sanitizing my
We're at
steering wheel, everything.
the play today, and one of the kids on stage. I mean, he was the son in Elf, not Buddy, but the son. He had a cough. He always coughed into his elbow, but I mean, it was like a real. And I was
Still,
like, man.
you don't realize how much can
So
spread.
then you
how
start
little
listening to
can
people in
spread
the
so far.
audience start coughing, and I'm like, I don't have any mask with me or anything. I didn't think to bring it.
Mhm.
So yeah, we got out of there. We were just like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and wash everything, and I'll be back.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna take my clothes off and wash them. I'm gonna take a shower, and that's it. Like
Sorry, diner.
if I could take 20 showers a day, I would.
Really?
If it was
Yes,
realistic,
I'm not
yeah.
a germ phobe at all. I'm probably the opposite of, but yeah, pandemic changed that a bit. Like,
Yeah.
I start to
Me too.
notice things a lot more now that I never did before.
Hmm.
Um,
Yep. It's terrifying. But yes, this movie starts with a pig and bat poop.
pig eating bat poop.
A pig eating
All
bat
over.
poop, and it just flew everywhere.
I love it.
Because a pig will eat anything.
You
They will
know,
eat anything.
it's
Mhm.
true.
I don't eat
I
pork
saw Hannibal.
often. Yes. Oh God.
All right. Well, all right. So my next one, I'm going to give it a double because I don't know if I should go with the original or the remake. One of them is Spanish, one of them is American, but they're the same movie. Either Wreck or Quarantine. Take your pick.
I had Quarantine on my list.
You do. Have you seen, Clint, have you seen either of those movies?
Seen Quarantine.
Okay. With Jennifer Carpenter?
Yeah.
Okay. Wreck is the original Spanish movie that was based on. And it is a better movie, but I love Jennifer Carpenter and I love not having to read subtitles. So, there's that.
Yeah.
But Quarantine made a Quarantine 2, which is not the same as Rec 2. Rec actually has, I think, 3 or 4 movies that all continue the same storyline. Like you basically work backwards and figure out where the patient zero was. What does it say? Nobody.
We did
Well,
mention it.
it's on my
briefly.
list, but nobody brought it up yet because I felt like it was too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too mainstream.
But yeah, it is on my list for the just because.
Yeah.
But yeah, quarantine, outbreak of some mysterious virus. They're all quarantined in this building, and madness.
Terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I love that
Terrifying
movie.
movie. Very
Yeah.
jumpy. Yeah.
Paul added that one to the server recently because somebody, I think it was Ryan or Adam, one of them said they hated it and I didn't understand. And I wanted them to watch it again.
It was probably Ryan because I liked
Probably because you liked it. Yeah.
it.
It's a good movie though. But yeah, the original is very good too.
Mike, walk your way. Yeah. No, go away.
What does it say?
I love you.
Says you can all take a
We can all
walk then,
take a walk then.
or in Italian, "Vaffanculo."
Vaffanculo. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I feel like we're almost at that stage of the game where we are exhausting some of these lists.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we just read down what we have left on them and
I think
Call
that's
it.
about where we're at. That's
Yeah.
about where we're at.
Okay. Yeah, I'm almost done.
You got one more you want to throw out there, Nicole, and then
Yeah, last one on my list. And again, I'm doing the vampire, cure thing, and I'm going with Lost Boys. Because he only half turns when he drinks the blood, and then when the head vampire is killed, he returns back to normal. So
it's a curable
he
disease.
was infected with David's blood.
Interesting.
I see.
Mm-hmm. See where I went with that?
So many noodles, Michael.
What'd you do to my dog, you asshole?
Your brother, goddamn shit sucking vampire.
We're like, come on, buddy. It was so great. It was scary and creepy and bloody, but it also had the little comedy interjections here and there. It's one of the best ever. Yeah.
I tell you, I had dinner with Billy Worth the other day when we were in Spooky Empire. I didn't know I was going to have dinner with him. I had dinner with V. Neal, my friend, and I come out to dinner. I was meeting him for dinner, and I'm like, V. Neal's here. And then Billy shows up, and I'm like, and he didn't want to pull my camera out and be that dork, but like from my lap, I sort of took us them eating just so I would.
One of the
so you could prove it.
Very, very early Monster Manias. I think it was like 4. When they had the Lost Boys reunion, the first time they had them.
That was actually, I think it's 10 because that was my first Monster Mania.
It was very early on.
Yeah.
I gave Billy Worth a massage in the lobby.
Ooh.
Because my friend told him he was hanging out. My friend told him I was training to be a masseuse.
Massage
And
therapy.
he sat on the floor in front of me and told me to rub his shoulders.
Yes, sir. Okay.
I had no issues with that.
Okay, yes, sir.
You. I have pictures somewhere.
I love it.
Like 20 years ago. Yeah, that was fun.
Yes, he's still, man is 60 years old. Can you believe it? He looks, he is 60 or 61. He
looks like he's about 40.
I know, it's stunning. He's stunning. He's beautiful.
He is.
Mm-hmm. All right, sorry, got a little sidetracked there with, Billy
All
right,
Worth.
I have a couple left on my list. Do you want me to just read them off to tell you what
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So, I mean, most of these came up in passing, but we didn't actually discuss, which is one Slither.
Mm-hmm.
The Thing. I don't know how the Thing didn't come up.
Yeah.
Rabid.
Oh God, it wasn't even on my list. Jesus.
Rabid.
Oh my
Rabid
God.
and Cabin Fever, as we discussed. But the last one, I still think it fits, and I don't remember, but the remake of War of the Worlds, where the aliens get killed by a germ, they get a cold, they give them a virus.
Okay.
Yes.
And I figure,
I just thought of another one. Okay, go ahead.
Independence Day. Sorry. Yeah, and that's all I got, but that's the end of my list, as it were.
Yeah, I forgot about that. War of the Worlds. They did do
I
that.
did too. Yeah.
Yeah. Ah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I'm going to toss a few out.
Please do.
Okay.
I Am Legend, which came up earlier, and that's simply because it's the remake of Omega Man.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw out World War Z. Because I
Okay.
really feel like that was a infection, an outbreak.
It was, yeah, I think it was a
sorts.
chemical outbreak as opposed to just. Although
I
Yeah.
thought it was World War Z. I thought was contracted with bodily fluid. I haven't seen it in a while. I can't remember. I just remember the beginning scene in the streets.
Huh. Well, that
I
would
can't
work.
remember. I can't remember.
That would work for our
I'm
purposes
probably
here.
wrong. Yeah.
Ah,
that's another movie which all they did was take the name of the book. Like, there's nothing similar between the book and the movie. But one day I hope they make the movie like the book.
yeah, that would be good. Carriers. Anybody remembers that Chris Pine movie?
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Never saw it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's an outbreak, a sickness that basically kills everybody who gets it. And this guy takes to the road to try to get into rural America to avoid it as much as possible, like to kind of shield his daughter from it, although I think she might have it.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher Maloney's in it, just saying.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, Piper Perabo. Whatever happened to her?
Yeah. I don't remember it being a fantastic movie, but I remember thinking, yeah, that was all right.
Oh, I guess Kiernan Shipka probably played the daughter. I don't remember enough of the movie, but she would have been young enough when this came out in 2009.
I just remember she was wearing a mask. And he was, when they were like broken down or out of gas or whatever it was, they were trying to hail another car and it kept her out of sight, and as soon as the people saw that she was wearing a mask, they freaked out and tried to take off and, that type of thing. It was interesting. Good old Chris Pine.
Good old Chris Pine. Not necessarily a huge fan of his. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because he's good. He's a handsome man. He's a good actor.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, he's a punchable face. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, kind of.
I don't know why.
He does make a pretty good Captain Kirk.
He does. I like him as Captain Kirk. I also just saw that Goodnight Darling movie.
Don't worry, darling.
Don't worry, darling. Yeah, and I wanted to
That
mention
is
face a lot.
one of my big comfort movies. I love that movie.
I liked it a whole lot more. I didn't know anything about it going in. I thought it was going to be like a Stepford Wife kind of movie.
Right. That's what I thought. Yeah.
It was very different than that, and it's very good.
It is very, very good. And it's not one of those, like Clint was talking about earlier, like you see it once and then you can't watch another time because the whole twist, once you see it,
But I think I only saw it
not
once,
the
but I
same.
feel like I'd pick up a lot more.
Right.
I watch it all the time.
Do you?
And
Have you seen it?
like Harry Styles is really an underrated actor.
He's
really
terrific.
underrated.
I was surprised.
He
I mean,
was
I don't know
fantastic.
anything about him, but
Oh my God.
Clint, have you
It's
seen
one of my favorite movies. Olivia, Jesus Christ.
Florence Pugh, Olivia Munn. No,
Olivia
the one that
Wilde.
played Olivia Wilde. Yes, the
Yeah,
one
her.
that played on
She's
House.
great. She's so great. It's a great movie. It's a
Did
fantastic
she direct
movie.
that?
I think she did. I think she had something to do with it, or she
I feel like
produced
she
it.
directed
or something.
it. Let me look it up. I feel like she directed that movie.
What was it called again?
Don't
Don't worry,
darling.
darling.
Yeah.
Yeah, she directed it.
Great movie.
I think it was her directorial debut, actually, but it was well done. I like
Amazing
Florence
movie.
Pugh.
Florence Pugh was great.
I did not see it.
Nick Kroll is in it, not playing the big mouth character. I love Nick Kroll. Yeah, it's I think people play against type in this a lot. It's very good. I think you'd like
Oh
it.
yeah, definitely. And the one who played Chris Pine's wife was fantastic. She was very like
Yeah, I was just looking to
she had
see
a
who
resting
it
bitch
was.
face the whole fucking time.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think you'll like it, sir. I would recommend that.
I would highly
Cool.
recommend it. Bella, shut the fuck up.
You're making Nicole twitching.
Yeah.
That'll get her.
It doesn't bother me none. I don't care
Oh,
what's
that's
in
right.
here.
And Dita Von Teese was in it. She plays Dita
Yeah.
Von Teese. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Would you-
Hmm.
Hey, shut up.
Maybe
gotta
it's
throw
your
out-
ghost friend to go home that it's late.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so. I want to throw out 12 Monkeys.
I've never seen 12 Monkeys.
Whoa, I didn't think about that one. That's a good one. You would like that one, Nicole.
Would I?
Great cast. It's Brad Pitt and Bruce Willis.
Bruce
and,
Willis, too.
Who
I like
else?
Bruce Willis. Brad Pitt's
I gotta look it up. The girl. I can't remember who the girl is. Madeline Stowe.
Okay.
It's a time travel movie, which normally is not my thing, but basically in the future the world is, disease ridden and plagued, and so they send somebody back in time to try to stop it from happening.
Is this the one with the red head with the masking tape outfit?
No, that's Fifth Element.
I'm sorry, it's what?
Fifth Element.
Oh, the Fifth
The
Element.
Fifth Element. Okay, I got it mixed up. Okay,
I
never
wonder
mind.
what
Yeah,
you're talking
Joe
about.
That's my comfort movie. I love that movie.
I didn't know how else to describe it. She looks like she's covered in masking tape.
Yeah, and she works it
Oh.
big time.
Yes, she does.
Here's my old pal Dave.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dave.
Oh, you've been
Hi,
into the
Dave.
Grecian again. Oh, this isn't private, is it? No, this is public.
Yes.
Welcome, Dave. Good to see you. Yeah. So, 12 Monkeys is one of those weird ones. Terry Gilliam directed this.
Directed it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah.
I didn't like it the first time I saw it, but I think I saw it when it first came out. So it had come out in '95, and I
Yeah.
just don't think I went back, 10 years later, and I thought it was fantastic. They made a TV show out of it and everything.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah,
I've completely missed that.
yeah.
I think it's one of those ones that I have on DVD, but I just never watched it.
Yeah.
It made
Yeah.
how many seasons? 4 seasons. Wow, I never watched the TV show, but 4 seasons is pretty substantial.
Yeah. Seems significant.
Yeah.
There was a movie actually called Pandemic. Anybody
Okay.
saw that?
Mm-mm.
I remember the cover for some reason, but I never saw it.
Yeah. I don't really remember that one well enough to talk about it. But it was an outbreak movie. And this team of people actually went in to
And,
do some shit. Yeah. Mekhi Phifer was in it. That's the thing I remember most about it.
oh,
If anybody's a fan of ER,
I do like
uh,
8 Mile.
yeah.
Missy
Yeah.
Pyle is in it.
I'm sorry. I love 8 Mile. I love Eminem. I can't help
It's a good movie.
That's a
You
great
got-
movie.
You got a
Rachel Nichols. Rachel Nichols was in. What do I know her from?
you got a bunch of TV actors in this, like
Yeah.
like Paul Guilfoyle.
Okay.
He was on
CSI.
CSI forever.
I love
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
I might have even seen this movie now that I'm looking at it on the.
Yeah. It wasn't an overwhelmingly awesome movie. I mean,
No, I have a feeling it's one of those that I watched on Sunday afternoon, like flipping through the channels or something back in the
Yeah.
day.
but I've seen it and it matched up with our criteria, so I wrote it down.
Fair.
What about Leviathan?
Oh, the submarine movie Leviathan? Was that
Yeah.
a submarine? I don't even remember.
RoboCop underwater.
And it had Peter Weller.
Peter Weller. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, another infectious sea creature movie.
Mutant creature that is a product of a failed genetic government experiment.
And Dave said,
That came out the same time as what was the other one? God, they had two of them that came out at that very same time, and they were
The
both under.
Abyss.
Was it The Abyss that came out at the same time?
I feel like it was.
The Abyss.
I can be
I was
wrong.
17 when The Abyss came out.
This Leviathan came out in 89.
89.
Yeah, I think that's when
And
The Abyss came out too.
Yep, they were both 89.
That would be the one then. The Abyss, man. That
I am unfamiliar with this movie. Fantastic Voyage.
that's an old one.
When was that one put out?
Let's see.
Fantastic Voyage was from 66. If we're talking about the same one, from 1966.
Yeah,
Raquel Welch.
that sounds right.
Ooh.
I can only think of the Coolio song.
So when a blood clot renders a scientist comatose, a submarine and its crew are shrunk and injected into the bloodstream in order to save him. It's Inner Space.
I was just gonna say it's Inner Space
you
with
go.
Donald Pleasance. Donald Pleasance is in it.
Donald Pleasance.
Wow.
Gosh.
That's awesome.
I remember this movie.
James Brolin. Shit.
That's cool. James Brolin
Yeah, he'll
He was
always
young
be
in this,
for me.
yeah.
I'm sorry, he'll always be for
Yeah.
me.
in something other than the Amityville Horror.
The Amityville Horror.
Yeah.
Actually, he did a sitcom with Diane Weiss that I just loved. I think he and Diane Weiss played husband and wife together in like 2 different shows, and they're just fantastic together.
I love
What was the
Diane
other
Weiss.
one? Life in Pieces was the sitcom, but the movie Sisters with
Mm-hmm.
Tina Fey and Amy Poehler.
Mm-hmm.
They play a married couple in that too. I think they should always be married. They're hysterical together. Although his wife might get mad at that. I don't know.
I don't know.
Raquel Welch, man, she was a stunner.
I got a couple throwaways here.
Do it.
Train to Busan I put on there.
Yes.
Okay.
I included a vampire flick myself, Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the
I
only
don't know if
Tom
that-
Cruise movie I can watch.
Yeah, I don't know if that really counts, but
See, that's where my
Well, so
thought
I think
process was. I
vampires
couldn't figure it
count
out.
as a virus
yeah,
because you're introducing something into someone else's bloodstream
yeah.
and changes their makeup. I think even the ones that aren't cured, I think it still counts.
Yeah, but I also included this on a technicality. There's plague victims in this movie. So the little girl's
Mother
died.
You're right.
Just
Yeah.
remember Lestat came in and was like dancing with her. Oh, I think there's some life left in her yet. You know? So I threw that in there. And of course, if anybody remembers that god awful Val Kilmer movie called The Thaw, I have that in here. Okay. That was scientific expedition. They dig something up out of the ice, turns out to be a virus, and they try to contain it to make sure that it doesn't get back to civilization.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's really not great.
It's really great.
Really not great. Dead Air. Now I know there's a couple movies by the same name, but I am talking specifically the one that has Patricia Tallman and damn
I
it,
don't think I saw this.
Flat Top. Damn it. Oh, come on. Why am I drawing a blank on his name? Corbin Burnson directed the movie, and
he's in it. And then who else?
Yeah.
Dan Lauria, Bill Moseley.
Bill Moseley. That's who I'm trying to think of.
Did you
this
say
was
Chop
actually
Top or Flat Top?
I thought I said Chop Top, but
Maybe you didn't. I didn't hear that. But yes, he's Chop Top.
yeah. So yeah,
Oh,
this
Larry
one was
Drake is in this movie.
yeah. Oh, he does a voice, so you don't actually see him on camera. This
Oh,
is
okay.
possibly one of the last things he did. This was when
This
was
sounds
this?
a lot like Pontypool.
2009. Yeah, yeah, it's probably a similar idea. I'll have to watch Pontypool to find out. Although this is a terrorist bioweapon attack, but he's basically on the air in the studio as it's unfolding. So,
Okay.
and they do have a a parallel storyline to go with it, um, and trying to get to his family at the end of it, more or less. Um,
I love
so
me some
yeah,
Bill Moseley.
this was fun for a low budget,
It's on
like
Tubi.
independently made movie. And Corbin Burnson did a pretty good job with this. He did make a small cameo in the beginning of the movie. So, I mean, if you're watching close, you'll catch him real easy. It's a scene where it's like him and Bill Moseley like pass each other like in a hallway. Like
And he's top billing in this movie on IMDb. He's
Yeah.
Dr. F.
yeah, which is so stupid because he's in it for like 3 seconds. Like he walks right past Bill Moseley and Bill like follows him like with his gaze and like he recognizes him or something and then like turns around and goes back to what he was doing.
The kid from Big is in this movie.
Huh.
All grown
Oh.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
Young Josh.
Yeah.
He got kind of hot. Go figure.
Mhm.
Maybe not. Anywho,
Oh.
I will check this one out.
We lost Nicole.
Whoa, I just looked.
She did send me a message that says that she froze and she'll be right back. So
The ghost.
she'll be right
I need to
back
go
after
back and
she
watch.
falls out.
Oh.
Yeah. And I really only had one more movie that I was going to put on here. And I also feel like it's a throwaway. But Zombieland.
Zombieland is fantastic.
Yeah. Zombieland, I put on this list because I remember them talking about how it started with a tainted hamburger.
Hamburger.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, wow, that sounds like an outbreak to me.
Right?
That sounds
I
like
think
a
it is. And it took over the world and killed
seconds.
everybody. So,
That's
and
right.
again, best. Did we do a hangout for like, I feel like the best opening scenes or the best 10 minutes of them? Or did we just have a discussion about this once? Might not have been a hangout, but
We might have.
because again, that to me falls in one of the greatest opening scenes of a movie. I just love, the Metallica blaring and the people running, and it's just so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slow motion. Hi, Gracie. But yeah, so I think all in all, we did pretty damn good. 3.5 hours, 3 hours, 15
I
minutes.
feel like we did. Yeah. Let's see. I was gonna run down the list real quick, see if I could figure it out. Because I know we did soundtracks before, which I feel like that was a difficult thing to do.
Oh yeah, because you couldn't really like play them.
Right. Oh yeah, I've seen an opening. Yeah, we did opening scenes.
Okay, I thought we did something like that because
Yeah.
there were a lot more than you
Mm-hmm.
think of. So now I want to watch. Did you ever watch the TV show The Strain?
The Strain, huh?
Yeah.
You're back.
I'm sorry about that. I don't know what the fuck happened. My Wi-Fi just went.
You're
Hey, it happens.
got visitors.
It's
I
not
just-
the bush internet. That's for
I
sure.
just finished up my list.
Okay, of course.
Yeah.
Made it back.
Timing is everything.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I was talking about Dead Air, and then
The Strain.
I'm sorry.
Strain.
The Strain. Have you ever seen that TV show?
No.
I haven't watched it, but I heard it was fantastic. And it's basically a mysterious viral outbreak with hallmarks of ancient and evil strain of vampirism rages the city of New York. Made it 4 seasons. It's based on a book, but and I remember when it aired and I didn't watch it, and then I felt like I was too far behind. So I plan on starting that one because I'm sure it's on something. But it fits the theme.
Very
That's
nice.
all I
Sounds
got for
cool.
you.
I
It,
have
it
heard good
sounds
things
like it
about
would fit the theme. I mean,
Yeah.
It's
strain.
a strain.
Yeah.
Oh, just the title alone.
Yep.
Yeah, it's either about disease or somebody's bathroom habits.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Don't pop a ring there, son. Oh, sorry.
Nicole, did you have one final movie you wanted to throw out? You said you thought of one a few minutes
No,
ago.
that was it. That
Oh.
was it.
Oh, you let that one out of your mind.
It,
All
it
right.
went away that fucking fast.
Okay. Well,
Came back.
Oh, sorry. You said War of the Worlds, and the first thing that came to my mind was Signs when they get hit with the water.
I thought about that too, but I wasn't sure.
That's a little far fetched, but
Might
yeah,
have been
that's what came
reaching.
into my head.
Yeah.
well, that could be a
I
illness
mean, it's a
for
bio agent that hurts them, so
yeah.
There you go.
technically it could be.
Yeah. It's almost like getting hit with acid.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
battery acid.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. Well,
All right, guys. Well, on that note, what's this?
yeah. I feel that that concludes our talk
A
on.
very successful talk.
Yes, I thought it was the flu, but my eyes are bleeding. And I appreciate you talking sickness, disease, and death with me. And if anybody got sick during this, I hope you found the cure before you walked away. So,
And I'm heading
so-
for the shower now.
Yep, that's it. It's all over for her.
Yeah. And next week, I think I've already determined what it is. We're doing medical horror.
Oh.
Oh.
Because
Oh,
that
I
is
got
a
some good
vast
ones.
subject in itself that I don't feel that gets quite enough attention. You
I'm
know,
gonna start
because
my list now.
good Lord, is there anything that is scarier
No.
than horrific things that could happen to you in, say, like a hospital setting?
No.
But I will
No.
just I will accept medical in general.
Okay.
So
Breeding grounds for disease. No. Blech.
they are.
They are. Can't be 'em.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You could even bring up Terminator Salvation since they use an
Mm.
MRI machine in that movie.
Yes. And I will.
All right. Well, thanks for the 2 or 3 people that actually watched tonight. And hopefully you'll
Olin.
find next week to be a little bit more interesting. And we'll see you again soon.
All right, guys. Have a great night.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.